I'm Sweats.
And I'm Steve.
I used to be an average, ordinary guy. So one day a pair of magical glasses fell from the heavens and gave me the powers and rhythms of an electronic future. Now with my glasses and my cousin Steve,
I just like to be on the internet.
we're ushering in the future electronic.
Sweats.
Steve, this is the Sweats and Steve Show.
Hello, boys and girls. It's me, Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Welcome to the Sweats and Steve Show. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We all float down here. Happy Halloween.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sweats and Steve Show, episode 18. We're back in business, folks. What's going on, everybody? Man, I'm glad to be back, man. It's been too goddamn long. What's going on, everybody? Let me see who's in the chat right now. We got Willie Beeman in the chat. What's going on? We got Jeremiah saying, "Let's go, let's go. I'm ready." What's going on, guys?
Where are we going?
Steve, what's going on, man? How you doing, man?
Oh,
Life is really good. Life is really good. A lot of things going on, a lot of moving pieces in Steve's life. Everything is good. Nothing to worry about. To the fans of Steve out in the chat,
yeah.
Just a lot of things going on, and sometimes podcasting takes a back seat.
Hey, man, but what's really important here is that we're back, and we have a very, very, very special guest with us. And before I introduce her, though, let me give some shout outs to the chat. Shout out to Willie Beeman. Shout out to Jeremiah Lewis. Lord Banatra's in his house. He says, "Hail, what's going on, Lord Banatra? Hail." We got Brandon Crotty. The fearless leader, the fearless bunhead himself. Brandon Crotty is in the chat. Hell yeah. Thank you, Brandon Crotty. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We got Stosh. What's going on, Stosh? Hey. What's going on, man? Yes, thank you all so much. This is episode number 18 of the Sweats and Steve Show. Thank you all for watching. Before I say anything else, let us introduce today's very special guest. Her name is Leanna Lake, and she is Leanna, why don't you introduce yourself? Why don't you describe who are you? Who is this lovely woman here on episode number 18?
Hi, thank you for having me, both of you. Thankful to be here. My name is Leanna, and I'm a psychic medium empath, also known as a Gypsy, which that just means that I'm a free spirit and I travel around, and it's nothing like crazy or anything. It's just a term I use. I've had my gifts since birth, and I've always had intuition and known things and had my experiences all my life. Some people have to work at it, I guess, when they try to open up their gifts, whether they want to do like tarot card readings or any kind of readings. I guess I've always been blessed to just kind of have the gift since I was born. And I'm not sure who I get it from. I think it goes down my mom's side, the family heritage line, but not exactly sure. But I love what I do, and I love helping people. I've actually been doing it, I guess, professionally, if you will. It's about 2015, but really more so since 2017. So yeah, I really love it. It's an amazing experience. And also, I'm not just a psychic reader, intuitive. I also am like a counselor. I help people. Some people just want someone to talk to. So, there's a lot of different avenues. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's wonderful.
I've been through a lot myself in my own life, so I can relate to people,
Yeah.
Yes, well, you have a very interesting title. You're not just a psychic; you're also a spiritual reader, and you're also a gypsy. And shout out to Matthew. We got Matthew in the chat. He's a supporter of ours. So a gypsy. So you said a gypsy is someone that is there multiple understandings or ways to interpret gypsy? Is it is it a title that's given to people from a certain region, or is it more like a lifestyle slash way of life? Am I making any sense, Leanna, at all?
Yes. Yeah, I can explain. The reason why I say that is because there's a lot of people that are asking me, "Why you a witch? Like, do you practice black magic? Do you do spells and those kind of things?" And I don't. And so I
Have you
always
crossed
pulled
paths
out
with
a
those
gypsy
people
since I was
before?
younger, and I've always felt that way. Pardon me?
Have you crossed paths with
What'd you say?
witches? Like what's your take on witches? And like
Ye-
what's if in the pantheon, like
Yes.
if this family, if there was a family, psychics and witches, like are they cousins? Are they like second cousins or like nephews? How would you how would you describe it in your own words?
Um, I think that people can be related or not, but I think they do seem to come together. Like you can meet somebody online from another country. They seem to come together because it's just like they have the same ways of doing things. They do spells. A lot of them practice black magic. There's dark witches and there's white witches. If you're a dark witch, that's more into the black magic side of it. If you're a white witch, they do spells, but it's not as like dark. You know, because if you practice black magic on somebody, that's very bad karma. I don't recommend
Oh,
it to
okay.
anybody. So that's why I try to explain to people that I'm a gypsy, because I don't do any of that white witch, black witch, nothing. I'm just I just work with like pure stuff. I don't do any of that stuff, like nothing negative. So that's why the gypsy comes in. My take on a gypsy is just somebody who's like free spirited, you know.
Okay.
Are you ever walking down the street and you're walking by like 500 people and you're like, wait a minute, and you look at someone and you're like, you can read you're a psychic too, and you're like, you're not allowed in here. You get out of here.
Do not enter.
You're not allowed in here. You stay out of here. No, I know you.
Funny.
Has that ever happened or?
It happens all the time.
Okay.
Everywhere I go, like grocery store, anywhere. Here, it's happened to me.
Wow.
Yep, that's a very good question. It happens all the time.
I would
Yeah,
imagine.
I can look at a
that
photo.
it
I don't
gets
have to meet somebody in
overwhelming.
person. Oh Lord, very overwhelming. And sometimes you have to kind of block the energies out and say, you know, like I don't want to do this today, or you need to take a break, because it does take a lot of energy. You know, and I'm an empath, so what that means is I absorb other people's energies, thoughts, feelings, physical pain. You know,
Oh wow.
just even standing next to somebody in a grocery store, I can pick it up. So yeah, it is
Wow.
overwhelming.
That's pretty
yeah.
crazy. I kind of wanted to go more into that, but before we do, I just want to say to all you
Okay.
guys watching, thank you all for watching, of course. You are going to want to like and or heart and maybe even share this stream out, and I will tell you why. Because in a little bit here, once I get through, before I get through some of the other questions that I want to ask Leanna, and me and Steve want to ask Leanna, she's going to be giving Steve a reading, and that will be very, very cool. But I have also asked Leanna if she could give one of you guys who are watching your very own in-depth reading, if you would like, for free. I have given Leanna, I paid her premium
Procured the services of Leanna.
I have procured the services. I have it, and because I want to make sure that she gets taken care of. And you know, when you're cool with me, you know, I like to take care of my people, as I like to say it. So yes, if you're watching this and you would like that, first off, let me know in the comments, and second off, make sure to like and or share, or both, really, this stream out so you get more people in here. And yeah, and we'll probably within an hour or a little bit after an hour into the show, we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and if you want that, let us know, and I'm sure Leanna will be most gracious enough to lend her services and her abilities toward you. I just want to throw that out there for all you guys who are watching. Yeah, Lucy Freeman in the chat. Hey, Lucy. Just interesting. Absolutely. Okay, yeah, I'm ready for this. Man, it's been a while.
It's been a while on the shower thoughts, hasn't it? And I want to give you guys some, like, I've been taking a lot of showers in the past couple of weeks. I just want to give you guys some good shower thoughts. And I don't remember if I said this one before, but you are paid by how hard you are about how, it's been a couple weeks. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, you are paid by how hard you are to replace, not by how hard you work. Did I say that one already?
I think you did, but it's still very profound.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Let me give you another one.
All right, Steve has another one? Okay, here we go.
Superheroes wear capes to hide the zipper on their onesie.
Now that's
Capes
fun.
are necessary. Yeah.
How long did it take you to come up with that one, Steve?
That was when I was washing my hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your shower schedule like, Steve? Do you shower every day?
I'll actually leave that for Leanna.
Hey,
Leanna,
I could just ask Leanna, and she already knows.
Yeah,
No, wait.
Leanna, can you tell me, do I shower every day? I'll write this down.
No.
She's right. No, I don't.
We got
We're in a
Kathy in the chat.
I
Hell
just
yeah.
said no,
Thank
I
you,
don't
Kathy. How are you, Kathy? It's good to see
Hi,
you.
Kathy.
Did Steve trim his beard? I don't think he did. Did you, Steve?
Nope. Just got a black
No
shirt
way.
on, Lucy. Nope.
Oh yeah.
Nope. It's longer and more luscious than ever.
So is the hair? Are you keeping the hair too? Or are you growing it out?
Didn't your beard used to be longer though too? Like even longer than it is now?
No, it's still pretty long. You know, I don't know like what. It's still very long. Like it's coming down pretty far here. You know, it's just I think it doesn't contrast well. I really need to be a little bit more cognizant because I know why people are here. They're not here for me. They're not here for you. They're here for the beard. So I really think that I should be a little bit more cognizant of not wearing dark clothes with my beard. You know.
What about the
hair? I haven't
right?
gotten it trimmed.
Okay.
Well, if the pandemic does not end, this hair will not get cut. I'm telling you right now. I went to a barber shop to get my hair cut, and it was the most frightening experience that I've ever had since being in the pandemic. The guy's telling me to take off my mask, and he's yelling and he's swearing. He was an Armenian man. I've never had a pleasant experience with an Armenian man. And he was something else.
You didn't want to cut your hair. He's scared of you.
Yeah, he was something, man. He was telling me that, like, I don't know. He was telling me crazy stuff. Anyway, let's get back to the show here.
We got Jason in the chat. What's going on,
funny.
Jason? Hell yeah! Thank you all
Jason.
so much for watching. Again, I want to make sure that I mention, if you want a free in-depth reading from Leanna, make sure that you like and share this stream out, and let us know if you actually want one in the chat right now, because about an hour into the show, once we're done with Steve's reading, you can have your very own reading, and it'll be good. Let's see here. Hell yeah, we got Juan in the chat. What's going on, man? How you doing, man? Hope you're well.
Is in his picture. That's cool. So, Leanna, one of the things that I'm most curious about, and I know that you said it earlier, is that you were born with this gift. So, what was that like coming into? What was that like coming into your own, where you're able to kind of read people's thoughts and feel people's thoughts? And did you ever use it in like a school time situation where you might not, like, you didn't know the answer on a test, and you're like, I know who would, and you're like, Brian, what's going on? Like, what's the answer to number 7? Have you ever done that?
When I was little, I would tell my parents things, and they didn't believe me. Some things did come true. They didn't believe me. I was brought up a Catholic, so that's a big no-no. I was put in like mental hospitals and stuff like. I went through all that. But to answer your question, it was rough being who I am at times, because people call you a freak. It's like being bullied in school, but being bullied because you have this gift. I didn't have a lot of friends, just a lot of bad things were done to me and said to me, and I lost a lot of friends because of it. Obviously, dating is hard, because of that. But I never really used my gift in school because I tried to like shove it down because my family didn't accept it. I had lost friends, and it hurt me to the point where I just shoved it down. So I didn't use it a lot. So to answer your question, as far as a test, I did a lot of times did know the answers, and I could have done that. I didn't want to because I wanted to be like fit in and be like the rest of the kids, in school and even like elementary and grade school. There was a time though where I knew a kid was going to get hurt. It was on those merry-go-rounds, when you're in elementary. And I kind of feel like I helped the kid because otherwise they would have got hurt if I didn't say something like a warning. So I did that. But as far as doing what you said, I never did because I didn't want to be an outcast. It was hard enough. So yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so like did I'm not sure if what that you said did you actually prevent that accident from happening? Or did you just like
Yes.
oh wow. That's amazing. So like it when that ability to prevent, like, is that like kind of like a once in a blue moon type intuition? Or is that like, can you kind of get that off of most people? And that
I
seems
get it
like,
off of most people.
oh my God, really? That's a lot of power.
Yeah, but people don't believe me, and they're like, "Listen, I'm like I used to have a roommate. He was a guy who was my best friend. And I would tell him a few times. I'm like, "Listen, you're gonna get in an accident. You need to like get your car fixed." I told him over and over. He didn't listen, and then a couple days later, he got in an accident. If he would have listened to me, he wouldn't have gotten in an accident.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I got to say this to add on to that real quick. Sometimes I can't do it because I can't interfere with people's free will, and they have to go through things in their own life, and I can't always like prevent things from happening. So I'm not allowed to always do that. Sometimes I can't, even though I want to, I can't. So
Wow, that's
it's unfortunate, but yeah,
that's a lot to take in. That's a lot to take in. I have one question that I wanted to.
It's hard being me sometimes.
No,
Okay.
I definitely feel that. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, Juan wants a reading. So I'm gonna write down your guys' names on a piece of paper. I'm gonna put down who wants to get readings. So if you want a reading, make sure that you like this. But also let me know. Put in the comments. Or just say like, give me a reading or something, so I can write down your name and like. We'll get into that soon, but let me kind of get a few more questions out before we get into Steve's reading. And of course, thank you all for watching.
Okay.
Brandon has a question here. He asks, "Where's your family now?"
I said, "We're your family now."
Oh, we're your family now. Oh, absolutely.
Brandon said, "I'm his." He said, "I'm his," or they're my family now. Yes.
Yeah.
What does
I believe you.
that the I think family is like what's the separation in your opinion, Leanna? And I'm sure you're the most able to answer this in terms of the spiritual and the meaning. But what's the difference in your opinion between friends and family? What's the difference between the two?
Your bloodline. That's the only difference. Just to be blunt with you. I think that you can have a family that you're born into. In my opinion, you can have a family you're born into. You can also have friends that feel like family, even though you weren't blood related. You just have that connection and you just feel like they're your family. So I don't feel like there's a big difference between family and the family you're born into. It's just by blood, birth. Because I believe a lot of times you meet people that feel more like your family than your own family you were born into, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
you're confused.
No. I definitely get what you're saying there. So it's really kind of like what you make it. It's kind of a loose term that really can kind of go in whichever way a person so chooses if they have it in their mind that it means a certain thing, right? Is that kind of what you're getting at? Yeah, I kind of figured.
Because you can meet people that are you think they're your friends, but they're not, and they falsify themselves and they kind of hurt you. Then you can meet on the other end, you can meet people and you meet them for the first time and you feel like you've known them all your life, and you just think you call them your family because it just feels like they're your family, even though you weren't born into the same bloodline. So,
okay. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think there's a big difference between.
I'd agree with that.
Have you've experienced that?
I'd agree with that. I think that, family is an ever evolving trait throughout life, right? Like, you don't like, yeah, you have the people, like, we're all here. Two people fell in love or didn't fall in love, whatever. And, had a baby, and that's how you got here. There is no immaculate conception, but family is an ever evolving theme throughout your life where friends become your quote unquote family, right? Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think that's a good synopsis as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was actually sorry if I seem kind of like a little out of it. I'm just kind of trying to see some of the questions I hear and pay attention to the chat. But here's what I'll do. I want to ask this one question. And because I want to make sure that people who are watching, that they could get a chance to get their reading if they like and everything. So let me ask this question. We'll get your take on it, and then we'll probably go into Steve's reading, if you will, and then after that point, if whoever wants it in the chat, they could just let me just type it out in the chat and let us know, and then you could do them. But what I was going to ask you, Leanna, probably one of the most interesting things that I could think of was that what was the most spiritual, like, out of body experience that you ever had, which is probably very, very, like, something extraordinary for you in your case because of your abilities. So yeah, what is that one moment that is like that, like, is the cherry on top, that's like it's totally out of this world experience? What is that experience? I know that might be a heavy question.
I've had a couple, but no, I have two. Can I say both of them, or you just want me to tell you one?
Sure, go ahead.
The platform is yours.
I'll make it short.
Absolutely.
When I was 5, okay, thanks. When I was 5, I used to have an out-of-body experience, literally. And there was a chandelier in my parents' home, and I'd swing around the chandelier, and I remember it specifically. And that was my first experience. The next thing that happened to me when, in 2001, my boyfriend passed away, and he took me with him, and I had an experience. I remember it vividly. He took me up to where he was in heaven, if you believe in that, and he showed me everything. And it was like so real. And I remember I woke up and I was like, I wasn't sure either if it was real or not, because I was kind of like freaking out. That never happened to me before. But yeah, he took me up and showed me everything. I don't know where he took me, because we don't have proof, but it was something. And that was the experience that I can never forget. So those two things in my lifetime. So when I was 5, and then about 19 years ago now, 20 years ago. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Wow.
Were you going to say something, Steve?
What was it like? First of all, this is like the first time I've ever seen my face in a long time.
Really?
I haven't looked at myself in a long time. First of all, I often look confused and angry. I either look confused or angry. And that's really weird. It's like I looked at myself and I was just like, why do I look like that? And then also, like, my eyelashes, like, what are these? Your eyebrows? My eyebrows are very far from each other.
So
weird.
It's been that long, huh, Steve?
It's been that
You're
long.
analyzing yourself.
Weird. It's so weird that, like, my face is proportional, but yet if you look, my eyebrows are very far from each other. It's making me very insecure. Anyway, so when you got
don't be insecure, you look amazing.
Thank you. When you were around,
He's a trip, man.
when you were in heaven, When you were in heaven, when you were looking around, what did that experience look like? Like what was some of the things that you can remember from that?
He took me up, and he was holding me, and remember I was with Jeff. His name is Jeff. Took me up, and he was holding me, and I seen like marble statues, and there was a library, and like a bunch of flowers. And it was just like the statues and things were all like gray, like stone. It's just very beautiful and peaceful. I think I was only with them for like a few minutes, but it seemed like a longer time.
And
everybody else that's passed away have never done that before.
Have you had an experience with them since?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
That was the only time.
What's the one more question regarding this? What do you think the role of what's the word? Psychostimulants and or drugs? What role do you? Yeah. I don't know that. I don't know if that's the right word, but
you're talking about like LSD or something?
I don't even know what that means, man. Can you?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so like drugs that are kind of hallucinogenics, psychedelics.
Psychedelic drugs.
What do you think? Do you think, in your opinion, from your standpoint, is that like a person cutting the line, like to get to where you're at, or something like that? Like, what's your take on that? I mean, that's something that I thought of.
It's a good question. I do feel. Yeah, that's a really good question. I do feel that there are some people that want to do that to get to where I'm at, but I don't think that it works like that. I don't think people don't need to take the drugs. It's just something that I just think you either have the gift or you don't. That's just my beliefs. And I think if you want to make it more strong and open up your gifts, my belief is the more you use it and give readings or do whatever you do, you'll be stronger at it. I don't think you need the drugs or anything to do. I think that's not a good way to go. I think that can mess you up. And you could have things that you don't want after you are done feeling the effects of it. So I wouldn't advise that. No, but there's something you can smoke to enhance that. I don't know what it's called, but I personally wouldn't advise that. I think that's dangerous.
Do you think, and this is just a hypothetical, if you, because you have your abilities, right? What do you think, like, let's just say the hypothetical that you were to do LSD or some like psychedelics like that, do you think like it would send you to a point of no return? And that's just a hypothetical. Like, what does that put you like on like a whole, like, I mean, it'll put you on another place, but like for you, I mean, I would think like maybe it would just like take it up to 10, you know what I mean? Have you ever thought about that?
No, I don't think I'd be able to do readings. I wouldn't be able to function. I'd be like, I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be able to I'd probably die. But no, I mean, to be serious, yeah, I don't. In my opinion, if I did those kind of drugs, it would probably make me like numb, and I wouldn't be able to be me. I wouldn't be able to give readings. I wouldn't be able to pick up energies. I wouldn't be an empath. I wouldn't be a medium. That's how I feel. Everybody has a right to their opinion. I don't push my beliefs on anybody, but yeah, I don't think it would. I really don't.
Jeremiah says,
like
says,
if you have gifts and you're drunk. Oh, what's his
he says, I tried shrooms for the first time this Halloween, and it definitely does not give you the psychic gift or anything like that. Well, there you go. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Jeremiah's very
do not do shrooms.
Why are you like a plane, Sweats? You're like a plane, and you have this idea, and then Jeremiah comes in. You're like, "Oh, that sucks."
Well, Jeremiah's alert. Jeremiah's alerted man. He's alerted man, and he's very down to earth. He's a man of science. He's a man of science. He is, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
There's no way of telling if the perfect crime has been committed.
Oh, the psychedelics. Oh my God.
Talk
Oh
about
jeez. I'm seeing the
Hey,
light.
let's get off the shrooms, man.
That's what this show does to you. It puts you in the shrooms.
Tone it down, man.
Shot,
Tone it down.
every time,
don't smoke weed and listen to the podcast. It'll mess
every,
you up.
every time Steve gets a shower thought, my astral, like I get sent back into the astral plane. I just like a wave that sends me back.
I got some good ones tonight too.
Can I ask you two a question before I do Steve's reading?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do that.
Have you guys ever felt like either one of you ever felt you had the gift, any of the gifts in your lifetime?
You go first, Steve. I had to think.
You don't have to be specific and just say yes or no. You can just say yes or no. You don't have to go into detail.
Yeah, I think that there's sometimes there's situations in my life that I can't explain where it's just like not that I'm finishing someone's sentence, but I already know what someone's thinking before they tell me. Like I already feel that I can. So there's times where I could feel like something's coming. You know what I mean? There's times where I'm just like, yeah, I need to focus or something like that, or I know that something weird is coming. Yeah, there are times that I have that.
Yeah, you're very intuitive.
I don't know if it's like my synapses like figuring out, okay, if I tell my wife that I want Chick-fil-A for dinner, she's going to get mad at me in 30 minutes when she responds, and she's going to text me back and say, no more fried chicken for you, fatty. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if that's what I think. That's what I feel more.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know.
Listen, I'm telling you the truth. Steve is very intuitive. I can feel it. Just talking to him right now. I seen you on the other one. This is my second time meeting you. I feel it strong. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm telling it like it is. You are too, Sweats, but something about Steve, his aura is beautiful. And I'm not trying to be weird about you.
Absolutely.
Something about you. Something about him is just really like, I mean, there's something there, like your aura. You're very like angelic or something. There's something around you that's very angelic. I'm telling you.
I'm so lucky to have you as a cousin.
You
Steve.
have a very beautiful soul.
You're making me blush.
You should be nicer to him.
I will.
I'm telling you, Steve has a purpose in his life. Wait till I get to your reading. I'm going to tell you. I got things to tell you.
Let's
I'm
actually
feeling
get
very
to that.
hot right now. I'm blushing.
Drink some water.
I got that right here.
Oh
right
man!
here. Shout out to our sponsors at Hydro Flask. You still haven't paid your bill.
Hydro Flask, the
Shout out to our
OG
sponsor.
sponsor.
Yeah, the first sponsor that we have. Apparently, I don't know how sponsors work because I keep telling people to buy a Hydro Flask, and people keep buying Hydro Flask, but for some reason, I don't get any money. So.
They're waiting. They're waiting for the end of the year. At the end of the fiscal year, we're getting our fucking check. Well, actually,
you guys are crazy.
well, that will be the next thing we'll get into. We'll actually get into Steve's reading. Let me check up on the chat real quick. By the way, the offer still stands. If you want a reading, just say so in the comments. The only one I have down so far is Juan. So if no one else speaks up, it'll go to him. And hell, maybe I'll give him one anyway. He's like, I'd like to see what Juan's reading is. But let me see. Let's see what's going on in the chat. We got Kathy saying it breaks down all the barriers. I think maybe she's talking about the psychedelics. Oh, Kathy might be doing a little dabbling. Huh, Kathy?
That is very smart. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's beautiful. She's a sunbeam, walking ray of sunshine. Lord Finatra says, "I'd get a reading, but I'm empathic as well. That would tear the very fabric of that would tear the fabric of this very dimension."
What does he mean by that? That would tear the fabric of this dimension.
Hey, you gotta tell me, Leanna. You're the reader here. I don't know. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me get the. Okay, so Lord
I get
Panaccia.
a
Lord
reading, but
Panaccia.
I'm empathic as well. Okay. What's his name? Lord
I would.
Sinatra.
Hell yeah.
You'd be very overwhelmed by everything. Oh yeah, Kathy, that's right.
Let's see here. Kathy says you would be very overwhelmed by everything. Juan says, I don't know about that. My wife is an empath and has definitely done substances which amplified her gifts. Well, yeah, I mean, it could.
I don't think it's like a one size fits all type of deal. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very. I'm feeling very nervous. I don't really feel very nervous very often.
He's right.
I don't think it's a one size fits all. I think much like anything in the world and anything that people before us and after us have experienced, it's more customizable to you and what you can tolerate, right? So like for example, like I could eat 5 Chick-fil-A sandwiches, but my wife won't let me have one. You know what I mean? So it's one of those situations where it's just like, some people can't have more. Some people can't even look at it because it is what it is. But I get that. I understand that.
Yeah, one size definitely does not fit all. But one thing we can agree on is that having a shoe that is too small hurts your big toe. I think that's something we can all agree on. I've experienced.
Why do you have small shoes? What's going on? Let me. Can I get the full screen real quick?
What's up?
Can I get the full screen real quick?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Let me do this one thing. One size, yes, it does not fit all, but that's all the more reason why you should like, share, and subscribe to Sweats and
Goddamn right.
out to your friends and family, because one size does not fit all, but one subscription, one follow, and one watch is what makes the difference between a happy Wednesday evening and a not happy Wednesday evening. Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful, Steve. That's probably the most prophetic thing.
That's a wise man.
Oh, absolutely. All right, let's see here. Or a completely numb one. True. If it's perfect crime, then no one knows about it. Absolutely. Kathy knows what's up. Sweats has that no shirt aura. What he's referring to one time, I was on a stream. I was on a late night stream, and someone had made a bet that if they gave me $50, I'd take my shirt off on stream. And I got paid $50, so I took off my shirt.
Did you collect before or after? I'll give you $50 to keep your shirt on the rest of this. Do not take your shirt off.
Hey, man, I got a Cash App now. I got a Cash App. I still got the PayPal.me. Hey, man, go ahead, Steve. Hey, Leanna doesn't come cheap. Leanna's got that those premium readings, man. That doesn't come cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Like he's got to take all his clothes off to pay for my readings. Shit.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I like that, Leanna. Go ahead, Leanna. Oh, that is so funny.
Let's do a shower test. Let's bring this back home, huh, guys?
You guys are crazy.
Let me think. When you warm up by the fire, you're cooking yourself to a comfortable temperature.
Absolutely.
Wait, say that again.
When I lost it now. When you warm up by the fire, you're cooking yourself to a comfortable temperature.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, if you I don't know, if you go room temp like that causes bacteria to grow. So
what are you talking about? I'm talking about being by a fire.
Hey, do not leave your food at room temperature. Allows bacteria to grow. FYI, if there's anything you get from this podcast, if there's anything you get from this show, take that. See, when I tell him shit, he wants to tell me hush. I would never tell you hush, Callie. Absolutely, you have the floor always. Jason says, I've had a dream, and in the dream something goes wrong, and then a few days later it comes to everything starts to comes to out the same end. I try to change the outcome of the dream. Oh, so he has having this reoccurring dream of sorts, and he can't switch the end. Any advice? Any advice for that, Leanna?
Yeah, that's a premonition dream. And what that means is that some people do see the future through their dreams. I don't as much. Like, I'll just see them, awake. But some people do get stuff in their dreams. He probably does getting. And so he's having a dream of something that's going to come true. And he was saying he tries to change the outcome. But sometimes you're not supposed to change the outcome because it's not for your best and highest good. So it's kind of like free will and all that. But if he can't change the outcome, it probably means he's not supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Sometimes you can't because we have free will,
Yeah, I hope you got that, Jason. Take heed, take caution, if you will. Let's see here. Juan says, I did LSD and it gave me the ability to fly, Sweats. Hey man, sometimes
Wow.
it's that extra jet fuel, you know what I'm saying? It's that extra jet fuel. Hey man. No shame in your game, you know what I'm saying? Steve is trying to hide behind his amazing humor. I don't think Steve hides with his amazing humor. I think he just if there's any perfect analogy for it, Steve, with his amazing humor, he just takes his shirt off and he's just, he's this man. Just as
I've never taken my shirt off on the podcast. That's not true.
No, you gotta get $50 for that, Steve.
Oh my gosh, Sweats, you are a card.
Yeah.
Hey, just don't call me the Joker. Call me the King of Spades.
One. If I can follow, I only get one Chick-fil-A sandwich. What's with you and your Chick-fil-A?
I don't know. I'm having fun, guys.
So now I'm really into getting my reading because I'm sitting on pins and needles for it.
Yes.
As everyone knows who watches the show, I am a skeptic. I don't believe it, but for some reason, and this is not doctored, this is not prescribed, but Leanna is kind of making me feel a little eerie, if you will. And I'm like, I really want to get my reading in a good way. I'm like, what's going on here? What's up with this lady?
Yeah, let's get to it right now. Let me just finish off these other comments. There's not that many left. I am not a side stripper, Kathy. Right. How dare you? That's an accusation, unfounded, unsubstantiated claims. Of course, there, Kathy. Juan says, if a tomato is a fruit, does that make ketchup jam? I don't know. I need your help with that one, Leanna. That's the psychedelics.
No. Hold on. If a tomato is a fruit, does that make ketchup jam?
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I guess you could make jam ketchup if you want. I mean, you could try
That's disgusting. I don't like the idea of ketchup jam.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't like it, but I mean, to each their own.
Juan's smoking a little something. I think he's on the LSD. I think he's flying. He's flying over the Indian Ocean right now, the Pacific Ocean or something. Toasting your buns feels good.
Oh my God, Kathy's a trip.
Kathy, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Kathy.
I see them awake.
Oh my God, but not a long time. Who do you see awake, Lord Fernandes? I'm curious. Let us know. But okay, yeah, let's not waste any more time here. Let's get into Steve's reading. But first, I can see who liked the stream here. I see Jason, Juan, Lucy, Stash, Brandon, and Kathy. You guys are eligible to get a reading. You know what? I mean, we'll see what kind of happens. I know that you can kind of give some general insights to people without going too in depth, Kathy. So who knows? We'll kind of see. We'll kind of see how you feel, but. I know definitely for the in-depth one, I want to make sure you're taken care of. So, but without further ado,
before we get started, Leanna, I need to get warmed up here. I need to see, I need to get in the mood. So can we set the mood here?
Yes.
I need to qualify. What can and can't you read? You know what I mean? Like, what color are my socks? What color are my underwear? Am I right-handed? Am I left-handed? What side of the bed do I sleep on? How do I sleep when I go to sleep? Am I a front sleeper, a back sleeper, a side sleeper? If I am a side sleeper, am I a right side sleeper? Am I left side sleeper?
I know where you sleep. If you eat too much Chick-fil-A, you sleep on the couch, Steve.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Shout out to Chick-fil-A.
Let me tell you something first, because I wanted to say something first before we get into the reading. But to answer your question, I can read anything that I want, but sometimes I don't do that because I don't try to invade somebody's personal space. If we're going private, doing more private reading, Messenger, whatever, if you said it's okay, then I would do that. But what I want to do is just tell you what I picked up so far in you and tell you what I think and feel. It's all positive. I'm not going to do any of that. I respect you. But if you want more, we can do it another time, in private if you want.
Yeah, but wait a second. If you're going to tell me that, if you know, I'm just putting this out there. Let's say, for example, you're like, hey, you're going to die tomorrow if you eat 5 Chick-fil-A sandwiches tonight. Tell me that, all right? Like, let me know that. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm not trying to die tomorrow off some Chick-fil-A. I mean, it's good, but it ain't that good. You know what I mean? So if
do you want me to tell you when you're going to pass away? I can look into it, but I don't like to read on that stuff. I can give you a time frame of like you're going to live to.
That escalated real quick.
I'm just being honest. Like, if he doesn't want to know, I won't look into that. That's why we need to talk before we start the reading, because I can tell you.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, you're a skeptic. Steve, you're a skeptic, man. I mean, you're just.
Man, I don't want to know.
He never gets nervous. You are sweating. You're sweating.
This is normal.
Drink some water. Like, calm down.
Hey,
I promise.
Make sure to like.
I'm not going to do. Listen, I will not do too much on this live stream. I respect you, but if you want to talk more private one day, we can do that. It's just going to be a fun. I have some really cool things to tell you, and that's it. I don't want to, I respect you a lot. I think you're.
Let me
listen. Listen to me.
Yeah, sure.
Can
I just say something real quick? I don't know, you're with your friends and everybody's joking around, man, you're gonna die when you're like 70, you know what I mean? Like, I know when you're gonna die. But like when she said that, I felt like a ton of bricks hit me. I was like, whoa, because I don't know, like it's just you could sense like, and she's reading me right now, and I'm good. She's evaluating me.
I try not to do that to people. It's hard though, because it's just like it's like something, like everybody eats every day. It's just something I try to stop, but sometimes it's hard because it's like a natural thing with me. It's who I am. I don't mean to read people, but sometimes I do, and I can't help it.
Yeah,
I try not to, but sometimes I can't.
That's the purpose of the show. Let me just say, that's the purpose of the show and people are probably really enjoying watching me squirm, and that's okay. But yeah, I'm okay with it. We're in a good place, Leanna. I'm having fun. I'm a little freaked out because I do feel I'm starting to think that this is real. But I'm like, when she told me like, I can tell you when you're gonna die, I was just like, I don't know, like there's just some things that hit you like a ton of fucking bricks, and that was one of them. Like to people who are watching right now, you might not realize it, and it might feel weird, but it might be weird to watch me squirm. When have you seen me squirm like this, by the way?
Never.
I've never seen it. It's a new frontier.
Oh no, that's not true. When you were a little boy, you did that one time. You were going through something, and you were really know something when you were little.
I'm sorry, you broke up.
But it's been a long time. You never get nervous. You're very like calm, collected person. I was saying when you were a little boy, you did this, but that was the last time. You're usually a very calm, like person. You never get nervous, but for some reason I'm making you nervous, and it's okay.
Go ahead, Leanna.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Leanna, just go in depth. Go ahead, Leanna. Just go in depth. Just go where the.
Okay, can I just keep going?
Yeah, I'm gonna shut up.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, so I want to say this first and foremost. I think when you were a little boy, you had something happen to you that made you act the way you're acting now, and so it's probably a trigger. And so when that happened to you, you felt it was true. And I think that you feel that I'm true because you get to know me, you see me. You're very intuitive yourself. So let's say that first of all. Secondly, your aura is beautiful. Okay, don't get a big head or anything. I'm just being honest. Sweats, I'll get to you next, so don't feel left out. You wanted me to give Steve a reading, so I'm honoring you. He's an earth angel. I'm telling you, I feel it. I don't feel it in very many people, but I feel it with him. You have a higher purpose in this life. I'm not saying what you're doing on the show is not going to be successful, but I keep hearing over and over since like yesterday or something that you have a hidden talent that you're not using. You were going to do something years ago, even maybe when you were younger, and you kind of shoved it off, or maybe there's something you tried to do, but it didn't pan out. So you kind of said, well, I'm just going to do something else. There's a God-given talent that you're supposed to do that's going to make you a lot of money. It's a creative talent. It's artistic. You're very smart. I mean, you could be like anything you want, but I think it's like artistic, blogging something that is going to attract a lot of people. It's something to do with what you do on the show or whatever you call them. Your mind is like so beyond smart. I do feel, and I wasn't joking when I said that your IQ was very high. I feel that strongly. Like you're at a genius level, but you're very humble. You know, you don't come off as like that, which is good. I just feel like something when you were younger you wanted to do, but you maybe tried it and it didn't pan out. And I'm getting like something artistic. You're a very artistic person. You're very creative. Your mind sometimes works a little bit round the clock, but don't let that stop you from pursuing. There's something you're supposed to do. They keep telling me over and over again. For whatever reason, you decided that you didn't want to do that or you didn't think it would make you money. I'm here to tell you it's going to make you money. I would never bullshit you. So yeah, there's something you're supposed to do. I don't know if this is making sense to you. We can stop for a minute. You can let me know and I can continue on whatever you want to do. That is like a strong message I kept getting. You have a hidden talent that you're not pursuing. You're supposed to do this. Like, I'm not trying to lecture you, but it's something that's going to make you, money, but also you're going to be happy because I feel strongly that if we don't pursue what we're supposed to pursue, like, you know, our life path, career, whatever you want to say, you're not going to be truly happy in your soul. Like, you're going to be happy, but not truly happy. Like, I've done other jobs, right, but I wasn't really happy. And then now that I'm doing this, I'm really happy that I'm doing it. I feel happy. When I was doing other jobs, it was just a job. I don't know if that makes sense, but let me know before I continue. If you want to say anything about that.
Go, Steve.
Yeah, I want to say that I'm going to need to turn this fan up because I'm feeling very hot right now.
That's okay. Take your time.
I'm not going to give anything away. All I'm going to say is that, yeah, I'm... So what you're saying, I don't want to go into specifics, but I do think what you're saying does resonate.
Okay.
It does resonate, and it does choke me up a little bit.
Yes.
So
I'm sorry for that.
No. Not like emotionally choke me up. It's just like, oh shit.
So you're shaking. Your core is shaking.
I'm a little shaking. Yeah, I'm a little shaking.
All right, keep going.
When he
Leanna.
was younger, like I'm talking about really young, like, a kid, and you had this dream and you were like, you were going for it. Then you stopped doing it and they're like, no, I'm not saying you're on the wrong path. Don't get me wrong, but you're supposed to do this because I'm telling you, this is what you're supposed to do. Just like I was telling Sweats, every time I read on him, I see actor, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to do it, blah, blah, blah. When I finish school, blah, blah, blah. No, now's the time. You need to do it because that's part of your path is being an actor. And like you have a very strong purpose on this earth. You're an earth angel. So what that means, if you want me to explain, that you're here to help make the world a better place. And you're going to help people with your little talent, something that you might think is minute. It's going to help a lot of people. And, you're going to make money too. And it's something you can do anywhere, really. Even if you decide to move or whatever you're going to do, if it's not something you have to be in one place, you can travel with it, whatever you want. But I'm telling you, if you think you can't do it, you can. And they're strongly telling me to tell you that you're supposed to do it like now. Like start now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't put it off anymore. Remember I was saying at the beginning when we were just talking how life's really short? It's really true, and I'm not just saying that to be cliche because of what's going on in the world. Life is short, and your guides and angels are telling you, like, the time is now. Don't wait, another 10 years. I'm not saying you couldn't do it in 10 years, but they want you to start now because you're very gifted. You are. And you have a beautiful soul. So you're really, you might not think that you're a good person, but you really are. You might showcase to people that you're not because of whatever that child thing, which we don't need to get into, but you're a good person. So whatever you're doing, you're going to be successful. I see it.
So let me ask you, because I think you've hit the nail on the head with some stuff with me. So I think let's go a little deeper because I'm interested. I'm interested.
Let's go.
How do I phrase this? What changed? I was always somebody different. I had a different personality a couple of years ago. What life event happened that changed that kind of changed my personality?
What life event happened to you that changed your personality?
Mm-hmm.
I feel strongly, and I'm going to be honest. I won't go into too much to respect you. Like I said, we could talk in private, but when you were a kid, something happened. It was a little traumatic for you that changed your course on your path, and it changed you as a person. You've experienced some things, you witnessed things, you saw things that you probably shouldn't have seen. And I feel like you were supposed to do something like what I'm talking about, this gift, and you kind of pushed it aside because whatever you were going through, then maybe you got a little older and you're going to continue it again, and you had some tragedies happen in your life, and it was like bam, 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 one after the other. So then you shoved it aside. And that's a very kind of, I want to say it is a selfless thing to do, but I also feel to tell you that sometimes it's okay to like put yourself first. You put other people first a lot, which is good. I think that's great. But sometimes when there's something you're supposed to do in your life, whether it's a hobby or pursuing a dream, it's okay to put yourself first. It's not selfish. The people around you, believe it or not, will support you on that. Whether you think they will or not, they will. Because once people see you being your happiest self you've ever been in probably your whole life, they're going to be happy for you and they're going to want to support it. A lot of people think that if you have a dream, it's crazy and, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. And so it kind of tears you down, right? You're like, well, maybe I shouldn't do that. So you do something else, but you are okay doing, but it's not really make you happy. So honestly, I feel it stems from when you were a kid. If you want to know the truth, I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
I think your personality, and I don't feel you have like a personality problem. I just feel like you were a certain way when you were a kid, and then something happened, you changed. I think you've changed a lot. Your personality's changed a couple times, actually. You don't allow yourself to be who you were when you were little. You don't allow that person to be. You hide that one.
I'd agree with that. Although I think it was a lot. I think it was a lot older than a child. I think it was an adult when like my personality really changed. I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's heavy energy, but I think it's something that you could just like whatever happened, whatever you went through, whatever happened. If you could talk to yourself when you were in that time, I know it sounds weird, but it'll help you. Here comes the counselor in me again, or whatever. If you could talk to yourself whenever this happened and just talk to yourself and, kind of like forgive yourself, whatever you need to forgive yourself for, it'll help you heal. So you continue on the path that you're supposed to continue on and not shove it down because you have a talent that has to be, they want you to use it because you're supposed to help people. Like they're adamant about it. I'm not trying to be annoying, but it just keeps repeating,
So what to be a little bit more specific, what I have an idea of what you're talking about, and I want to see if we get there at this. I want to see if you get there at the same time, and I think a lot of people will know what it is as well. Sweats, I think you know what it is as well. I don't know if maybe you want to like write it down and be the impartial mediator, Sweats.
I could write it down. I think I have a few ideas.
Yeah, I think you know what it is. So I would say probably in my 20s, early to mid 20s, or early to mid 20s. I'm in my mid 30s now. For all the viewers out there who are wondering. So I think that there's something in my mid 20s that I kind of just walked away from for what I think is a very, very good reason. And I was right about it. So I just wanted to see, like, is there some way that we can hone in on what we think that is?
That you walked away from?
Yeah.
I think there's a few things, but what I'm being given as far as your gift and your talent that you decided not to pursue then, you know, and you have your reasons, and of course that's really fine, but I'm getting like, it's something that is to do with like creating, like writing maybe a book or something with journalism, something that will tell your story, but in a different way, like a creative way, not like just somebody that just sits down and writes. It's almost like, I see you, okay, I'll tell you what I see if I can try to describe it to you the best I can. I see you standing in front of a bunch of people, and you're at an outside event. There's like a ton of people there. There's like 100 people. It's outside, so I don't know, fall or summer, whatever. I don't think it's winter. It could be, because you live in probably somewhere like I do. I don't know, and you're like in front of all these people, and it's like you're telling your story, but at the same time, you do it in a creative way. There's like music, and there's different like things on the side where it shows what you're talking about. It's almost like you're a motivational speaker, but you're helping people another way. That's what I see you doing. It's like totally different than anybody's ever seen, and it's very creative. It's artistic, and your little shower things, I don't know what you call them.
Shower thoughts.
It's like you put them out. Yeah, sorry. It's like something like that. It's something like that, but you're not just doing on this little, you know, I'm not saying little, but you're not just doing it on this platform. It's like there's a whole like bigger audience. You have all these people. Everybody's coming to see you. It's like everybody that's coming to see like a concert or a play or whatever. And there's
Sweats concert
coming to see you. There's lots of people coming to see them. That's what I see. Like there's lots of people. It's almost like if you're an author and people are coming for you to sign, you know, the book, and you got all these people coming. That's what I see for you. Like a whole lot of people. But you're standing outside, you're talking. So it's not really like a book that you wrote, but it's kind of the same concept.
Are you sure that I'm speaking though? I mean, I think because a lot of what you're saying is a lot of what I think Sweats has written down. And I think we're very, very we're very close on it. And that's where I'm like, wow, this is really trippy to me. Like I'm really into it. You know what I mean? Like I feel it. I just
yeah.
I'm not an artist. I'm not. I guess you can't. I guess like I'm not a music. I was never a musical artist. I'm not like an author. I'm not that creative. But do you want to hold up what you think it was, Sweats?
Yeah. It's funny because it's funny that she mentioned, you know, possibly writing and stuff, because I wrote down two things, right? She mentioned writing and stuff. She mentioned shower thoughts. And I remember not the last episode, but the one we were talking to Joseph, which shout out to Joseph Pete, by the way. Great guest. We were talking about the shower thoughts, and there was we had talked about it a little bit because he is an author. Wow. So
I didn't piece that together.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking. Like we were talking about, Steve, you should like make a book. You should make a book, and like you should put all your shower thoughts in it. So that was the one thing I was like, oh boy. And I had written these two things down before you said anything, Leanna. So that's what I thought about
Okay.
writing, and it kind of went in there real good. The other part when you saying that there was a lot of people, going around and stuff. Steve was a boxer back in his day, and that's something that he was very passionate about. And so when I heard that, and I heard lots of people and things on the side and stuff like that, and things like there's people on the sides, and like you were saying, like a story is being told, but it's not like exactly like writing on a piece of paper. That's what I thought of, like, because because it is kind of the art form there, and it is kind of telling a story. So those two things like kind of just like worked in like pretty damn well. So I'm amazed. I
am too.
am
I am too. Let me tell you why. Because I didn't piece together the write a book about the shower thoughts that I didn't get. Again, I'm not as intelligent as people give me credit for. Trust me.
Yes, you are.
But
yes.
I think. But when you started talking about people coming to see me, and people and me kind of on a stage, that's exactly what I resonated that to, because of a past life that I did have. And I guess the real reason, to get a little bit about me, a little personal about me, the reason why I took boxing so seriously at that time was because, I wanted to kind of tell my story through my way, and that's what resonated with me at that time. So I feel like that was very spot on. I feel like that was very spot on.
Steve, you got to tell your story, though. Now you're supposed to tell your story.
Yes, I agree.
I
agree.
I
Steve.
think I agree with you. I think that there are some times that I'm like, yeah, I want to tell my story, but I think in my personal life, and I'll end it on this. I'm a family man. I'm a family man now. You know what I mean? Like I don't do anything when you were saying I don't do things for, like, I should do things for myself. Like, yeah, I think like that a lot, where I don't, yeah, you're right. I don't do things for myself. I do things more for my family than anything else, because that's what's more important for me. That's what's most important to me than anything else. Can you just answer one question for me, Leanna? Do I need life insurance within the next year or two, or do I need to worry about life insurance in the short term? You know what I mean? Or can I wait? Can I wait on that? Can I defer that?
You can
Should
wait.
I invest? Can I wait? Should I invest in a Roth 401k or a regular traditional 401k IRA?
You should invest in some more Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
You know what I heard tell you? You want to know the answer to that? They told me you should invest in yourself. That's what I just heard. Invest in yourself.
No. There you go.
I'm sorry, but that's what I heard. I have to be honest.
Yeah, there you go. Hell yeah.
No, you don't need to worry about life insurance for a long time. You're fine.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
So now that you had said, and I think I'm going to do, I want to, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to go a little bit more in depth on what you just said. Invest in myself. Invest in myself how?
Pursue your dreams. Don't put your things off, because, and I know you're a family man. I think that's amazing. I mean, that's good. We need more people like you. Invest in yourself and pursue the things that will make you happy too, because you're just as important as anybody else. So just remember that. Invest in yourself. Take time to, worry about yourself and do things for yourself. It's okay. It's not selfish to be that way. And your family will support you.
You know what?
I think you also can make yourself, I don't mean it like that. Let me see how to say this without coming off as being.
Go ahead. We're family.
They want me to tell you, I don't want to come off as, they're saying to tell you that you don't give yourself credit, and you need to give yourself more credit, because you're more powerful than you realize, and you can do things that you don't even know you can do. And you do have a gift. You are psychic. Sorry to tell you, but yeah. So, Mr. Skeptic.
um, so
And you are very smart. And you said a few minutes ago, I'm not that smart. I'm not that creative. I'm telling you, you are. You're very smart.
So just to let the viewers know, and I don't want to talk about this too much, but one of
That's
the
fine.
reasons that that I've been somewhat absent of the show is because I've been I have felt the need to invest in myself for some time. Leanna and I have met 15 minutes before this show has started, and
Correct.
one of the one of the reasons why I'm not around is because I've decided to pursue advanced education, and I'm going back to school, which to me, when I hear invest in myself, I hear go back to school. So that's very eerie to hear as well.
I'm sorry.
That's very.
I'm glad you're going back to school. That's amazing. See?
Good.
Thank you. And
Invest in
I
yourself.
think exactly, and that's where it's just like I just met her 15 minutes ago. I just
true.
opened my acceptance letter yesterday, and it's just like there's this really weird thing going on.
They're lining up. The stars
That's
are lining
weird.
up, right?
I can't explain it. I'm
I'll
blushing.
tell
You
you
don't
something
really
else
see
weird.
it.
I'll tell you one more thing weird. All three of us knew each other in a past life. We known each other before.
Were you in
And
a
I
rock
think
band?
that makes Steve nervous because he feels I have a strong energy. I do make a lot of people nervous, but I don't mean to do it on purpose. It's just because I have a strong energy, and I think people, when they meet me in person or like on something like this, it's face to face, they can feel that I'm, truth, and it makes them nervous. So it's okay. Like, I don't take that personal. But Sweats isn't nervous at all. He's like, I want to know everything.
I think you know what it is. It's just that like I feel like there's times where I feel like there's times where I'm just like, I know how to handle this situation. I know what to do. I know what to say. Here comes the shower thoughts.
Oh, hell yeah. There you go. Hell yeah.
Legos live in a house made of their own flesh. Back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying. I had to throw that in there. Back to what I was saying.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, back to what I was
You're
saying.
funny.
Yeah, like, but in this situation, the reason why I feel nervous is because like I don't know how to think and how to feel. You know what I mean? Like I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I feel somewhat. There's a certain you feel somewhat exposed and vulnerable that you're just like,
Yes.
wow, like I could probably like I'm really freaked out right now. You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand. This happens all my life. All my life, people are freaked out. I get it, and I don't take it personal.
This is wonderful. This is wonderful.
I think if I can put myself in your shoes for a minute, I would probably feel honored if people felt nervous around me if I were you, because I'd be like, that means that that validates what I feel. You know what I mean? Like to me, people being nervous around you is more of a validation for you than it is anything negative. You know what I mean?
I never thought of it like that. That's pretty smart.
It's a situation where it's just like, yeah, you make me nervous because in my situation, I feel vulnerable. I feel like I can't debunk this. I can't be like, nah. She read my mail before. You don't know where I live. She read my mail. She checked my Gmail. She checked all this. Like, there's no way that you know anything about me aside from 15 minutes before we started talking to each other, which I find
didn't tell me anything about you at all.
Absolutely.
You just said
and
my cousin Steve.
Yeah, and you can pick that up on the beginning of any podcast, and that's where, to me, like if I were in your shoes, I would feel like that is a really good. Thank you for paying me that compliment that you're nervous around me, because that validates me a lot more. You know what I mean? Meaning you, of course.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. I never thought of it that way. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. Because, like, in a certain aspect, people might feel that they lose a portion of control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is
Ask my
incredible.
mother.
This
She's
is
all the
amazing.
time. I'm like, you're lying. She's like, damn it.
This is amazing. I want to say this is you are incredible, Leanna, and
Thank you.
this is I'm so glad that you're on the show. Honestly, I'm having such a good time, and what I really want to do, unless is there anything else, Steve, that you wanted to ask Leanna about your reading, or Leanna, is there anything else?
I think I'm okay. I don't need life insurance for like the next year.
Okay,
right? Like,
yeah,
I'm
that's
okay
the
without
part.
life insurance. I don't
That's
need
the
You
life
don't need
important
life
insurance right
insurance.
now. Okay.
You don't need life
all right.
insurance, no.
All right. Now.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah,
That was
Mickey's
heavy
asking-
now.
Joking. I'm joking. No, you don't need to get
Mickey-
life insurance anytime soon for like years to come.
Okay.
Mickey asked,
Years
"What are you
meaning 10
planning
or
on
15,
studying,
10 to
Steve?"
15 years.
What'd you say?
Years meaning 10 to 15 years. 20
Longer
years,
than
30
that.
years, 40 years. Do I get 40 more
I don't know.
years?
When do
I'll take
people usually
40.
get life insurance? When they're like 60 or something like that?
I don't know. They might pay a heavy premium at that point.
Yeah, they do.
To answer your question, no, you don't need it anytime soon.
Okay.
Oh, good, great. I'm glad to hear that myself.
You
But,
don't either, Sweats.
oh, good. Thank you. That's also that's
How
also good to hear.
awkward. Sweats, what would you do
Sweats.
if I did pass away at an unfavorable time, like within the next
Who, me?
year, and we had to cancel the show? No, Sweats.
Oh,
And we had to
my
cancel the
God.
show
I'd be
because
like,
I
oh,
died.
God.
Like, what would I do?
Are you kidding me? I'd be
You really want to talk about this?
heartbroken. I'd be heartbroken, of course. I mean, the Splits and Steve show, like,
Yeah,
well, it
you
wouldn't
would be
be.
very
Well,
devastated.
oh yeah, I would be. The Sweats and Steve
You would
show.
take it
Well,
very hard.
I couldn't do the Sweats and Steve show anymore just because like it's not there's no
No.
Steve, so there's no Sweats and Steve show. Maybe like if anything, maybe I'd like try to do some gaming or some extra stuff. But I mean, yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, man. I'd be devastated, man. I mean, Juan says he I'd replace Steve.
No way, Juan.
No,
Get out of here.
nobody can
The
replace
Juan is-
Steve.
Sweats and Juan show. I don't know.
That doesn't sound good.
I
Oh,
think
no.
Sweats is I think you're a very funny guy. I think you're a very awesome person, but I feel like deep down you're very sensitive.
Yeah,
You just don't
Oh.
show that side of yourself very often.
Yeah. He says we change it to the Seats and Speed show.
No.
What the-
Juan is a
my name.
Juan is a very does Juan live somewhere else? Like I live in Maryland and you're in Chicago, right?
Yes. Go in on
He's
Juan.
not.
Give
He
it.
lives
All right. Give
far
Juan a
away.
reading. Give Juan a reading. Let's go. He you know what? Here, I'll do all this. First off, let me say thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes. I'm loving this so much. That I know a few people have said that. I know Sarah wants a reading. Juan definitely wants a reading. Anybody else who wants a reading, let me know. Leanna, you can go in depth as you care to go if you want, and if you want a little extra for any readings that you give to any of the viewers, just let me know. I'll help you out. Sure, you know I like to take care of my people. So just whoever wants one. I won't even do the fucking the raffle shit. Whoever wants a reading, let me know. Okay.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Let's
Get
hit
a
the
shower
shower.
thoughts in there, guys.
All right, here you go.
Someday, archaeologists are going to dig up Disney World and think we worshiped a mouse. That one I'm really proud of. I'm really proud of that one.
That's something very to be proud of.
That took some real thought.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
It's
it
an
will take a
analytical
while.
mind you have. His mind is very
Yeah.
analytical. Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine a monsoon comes in, the water overflows in Florida and California. I think that's the only two places that Disney World's in Disneyland, and like everything is, under rubbles, and then the sea level goes down, and archaeologists are like, oh my God, they worshipped a mouse. Like, I was proud of that one.
That was very good, Steve. That's it might be your finest moment yet, as far as shower thoughts goes. But
It's very analytical.
all right.
I Leanna, I just got a very important text, and my
shit,
mom
okay.
texted me. Shout out to my mom. The first episode my
Hell
mom
yeah.
has ever watched. Shout out to Julie Villarreal.
Hell yeah,
Put
hey
up
Julie,
the
hell yeah.
J's. How do you do
Put a
J?
J. Put a J in the
Put a
chat,
J.
yo.
Put a J in the
Put a big
chat.
old capital J. For
That's
Aunt
so
You don't
Julie.
put a
cool.
J in the chat. Can I get the full?
I
Can I
want-
get the full screen?
Oh fuck yeah.
If you don't put a J in the chat, I will hunt you down.
With the
I
psychic
swear to God.
abilities.
I will hunt you down.
He'll
I
read
will
your
come
fucking
for
mind. He'll
you.
do it.
I'll figure it out.
Hey
Yeah.
man.
You better put. I don't see. I gotta see.
That
I see
J.
where I.
There's some J's.
Funny.
Juan
Right.
says J for Juan.
No, Juan, shut up. Just stop it, Juan. Nobody likes you.
Jeremiah says J, hell yeah. Jason puts a J, hell yeah. Here we go. J.
There we go. We're scaring people around here, all right?
Hell yeah. Kelly puts a J, hell yeah. This is amazing.
What's the
Stan puts a
J's?
J, hell yeah. They love you, Aunt Julie. I love you, Aunt Julie. Hell yeah.
All right, so
That's awesome that your mom did that.
Oh, hell yeah. That's badass, yo.
really, really quick. She asked me, Leanna, if my mom, if she needs health insurance. No, I think she needs life insurance. Not health insurance. Everyone needs health insurance. It's the law. It's the
Wait, what was the
Obamacare.
question?
If my mom needs life insurance, she said health insurance, but I think she means life insurance because everyone. It's a law that everyone needs health insurance.
No, I don't think she does. No.
All right, Mom, you got it.
All right, there you go. Steve is the IRL daredevil, and he quit boxing because I saw someone die for not throwing their fight.
What does that mean?
Well, he said Daredevil's
Wow.
origin story is like his dad, like he threw a boxing match for money, and then like he saw someone get killed that he wasn't supposed to see, so he got killed for seeing that, like, or no, he was supposed to take a dive, but he didn't take the dive and he got killed for it. So basically he's saying like you're like Daredevil or like Daredevil's father.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Eh?
Well, actually, okay. So Juan is getting restless. Juan's getting restless in the chat. Leanna, let's get a reading for Juan, and then let me know who's up next. Shout yourself out in the chat if you want a reading.
Are you gonna get one, Sweats? I'm curious to hear yours. I would put on display here.
I've heard. I was in Leanna's stream.
No.
Yeah, tell him.
Let's save me for last. Let's save him for last because I have heard it. I heard it already. I do want to get to get some of the viewers readings. So if you may, Leanna, what does Juan Senior? What are you getting off of him?
Are you gonna bring Juan in here so she can read them?
We could here. This is what I'll do. If you want to join the stream, which it could help in your reading.
It's up to him.
I will put a link in the description to join us here on the stream. It should be in there right now. It's getting sent out right now. If you want to join us in the actual stream, you don't have to have your camera on. You could just at least have your mic on, or maybe you should have your camera on if you want to get a more accurate reading, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do that. But if you'd like, I'll become the greatest gigolo you have ever known. Future read. I do not foresee that, Juan. I'm not into the.
I don't know how I feel about this
movement.
Juan guy. I don't like people writing things about gigolos when my mom is watching.
Oh yeah,
my mom's watching this podcast.
That's
yeah.
respectful, people. His mom's watching.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. Oh, dude, there's so much love for Aunt Julie. I love this, man. Hey, listen, before you read Juan though, we're at 20 viewers right now. The record I think is 26. Can we get 6 more viewers in here? Make sure to like and share this out. Hell yeah, this is great.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, don't forget subscribe. Follow/subscribe. Yeah, Aunt Julie, make sure you subscribe. Hell yeah.
We need the views, Mom.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, Leanna, if you may, Juan Senior, what do you read off this man? Do you want me to pull up his avatar picture? I
don't need it. What's his last name?
Senior.
Okay.
Well, he said that's not his real name, actually.
We need your real name, Juan. What type of?
Oh, he's coming in.
What type
He's coming
of-
in. Yeah, make
so-
sure
Okay.
he's coming in. Make sure to have your headphones. Make sure to have some headphones, Juan. You could do it on your laptop or you could do it on your phone. It is better on the laptop though. So I guess
All
we'll
right.
wait. We'll wait for
So
Juan.
Leanna, let's do this. Let's tag team. I'm going to let you read him, and then I'll try to read him first. So I'll let you get warmed up.
This is awesome.
All right. I'll
Oh,
let
I
you
love
get
this.
warmed up.
That's great.
Yeah, you
Yes.
get warmed up. You're the main attraction today. You get warmed up, and then I'll go in. I'll do like 5 minutes. You're
Hell
the
yeah.
stand-up comedian, and I'm the warm-up guy.
Okay.
In the
yeah.
meantime, while we're
Great.
waiting for Juan, shower thoughts.
Oh hell yeah! Here we go. Badass.
All right. I think this is fitting for right now. Your hand size determines the size of your sign language font.
Oh, I like that one.
That's good, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Hell
See,
yeah.
but
Please.
you said you're not that creative. That's not true.
It is,
You're,
like he's
you're
gonna put
proving
out the
it time
book.
and time again.
Leanna, is he
I-
gonna write
Please
the book?
do it.
Is he gonna write the book of shower thoughts or no? Answer me this, Leanna. Is he gonna write the
Nobody-
shower thoughts book?
If he stops being stubborn about it.
I mean, I just think about it.
There you
I just
go.
think-
Yeah, let's go with that heat. She's going with that heat. She's not messing around. That's why they pay
I
her the
just-
big bucks. They
I
pay her
just
the big
think,
bucks.
Listen,
I just
I feel he will, but I can't. I don't know. He has free will, but yes, he's supposed to write the book, but he's very stubborn. I don't know.
Yeah,
Listen,
tell
Him
me
and
about
Brandon
it.
should be together. Brandon's very stubborn too. Don't worry.
people go to like the bookstore. They go to Barnes and Nobles, and is it Nobles or Noble? Barnes and Nobles? Or
Noble.
Whatever
Barnes
you
and Noble.
prefer.
Barnes and Noble. They go to Barnes and Noble, and that doesn't sound right. I'm going to say Barnes and Nobles.
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry. What were you
happened?
asking? I was putting something in the
Prejudice,
chat.
or they go there and
went
they're like,
out.
we want Pride and Prejudice. Oh, can you hear me? Am I back?
Yes, I can
I
hear
can
you.
now, yeah.
Okay. People go to the Barnes and Nobles and they're like, I want Pride and Prejudice. I want, Toyetsky or whatever the hell guy's name you say. I want different things like that. They're not going to go to Barnes and Nobles and be like, look at this, the Shower Thoughts book, and then like pick that up and read it. That's not
It's
good
not going to
reading
be
for
at the
children.
bookstore, man. It's not going to be like that. It's not going to be at the bookstore.
Amazon's
it
not
independently.
pressing Steve Villareal's Shower Thoughts.
It's not Amazon either. You're not going to do it like that.
Oh shit! What
gonna
does he do? He could do it from his
It's
website.
like going to
then.
be like something like this. It's going to be something like this, but at like his own platform. And he'll be talking about it.
Oh,
So it's gonna be a book, but I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be like, what do you call it? World renowned or world known or whatever you call that.
oh yeah.
You're gonna want to.
Infamous.
He's gonna sell it himself in his own, home or whatever you call it. I don't see it really being in the bookstores till later on down the road.
Yes.
He's probably right. People won't really be drawn to it, but he's gonna be the person selling himself because it's going to be like, that's why I said I felt different because you're going to write a book, but you're going to be talking about it. You know how you get like those audio books, you know what I'm saying? Like he's going to be discussing
Like
it.
audible.com?
Yeah, but it's going to be you talking about it.
Well, we on that note, we actually have Juan, aka Kaz, aka Casual 69er, who I've done multiple graveyard streams with. He is here now for a reading.
All right, Leanna.
No, can we get a F in the chat for Instinct, who is trying to bribe, he's trying to do a false, a bad thing and wants me to buy followers. Can we get an F for Instinct? Just as many J's as we got for Aunt Julie. Let's get F's for Instinct. Boo, boo, Instinct, boo, Instinct. 1, 2, 3. On that note,
good, Tisha. All right, so Leanna, I'll
All right.
take care of this guy. Let me come into power with my psychic, and then you
I'll
go in
take
and you
care
give the real reading. You don't need
This
to
is
bother
amazing.
yourself
I
with
love
crap.
this.
Yeah, you don't need to
Okay,
bother
all right,
yourself.
let me
with
throw him in here.
crumb
Let me
bum.
throw it in here. What's
All
going
right,
on,
let's see.
I
Kaz?
have faith in you.
Jeez Louise.
Steve.
As if the ratings couldn't get any lower.
I don't. What?
Are you a vegetable? Are you
I'm
a
a
vegetable?
I'm a fucking eggplant, bro.
You're an eggplant. An eggplant's a vegetable.
I live my life every single day as an eggplant, and women love it. All right.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
First of all,
Shout out to all the F's, by the way.
Leanna is evaluating you, and while she's doing her evaluation, I'm going to do my evaluation.
All right. Let me hear it.
Right. First of all, you're a less attractive version of me.
Whoa!
Hold on, Steve.
Whoa.
We gotta do a reading, Steve.
When I said that I'd be the replacement, it's because I thought that I was the more attractive version.
Well, you were wrong.
The more attractive younger version, might I add, because I am not in my mid-30s, sir. I can become the boxing champ that you always wanted to be.
That's true. How about this? Hey, Juan. How about this? How about me and you? How about I have a come out of retirement party? Me and you, boxing match.
Can I wear the eggplant suit?
Yeah, you'll look like an eggplant when I'm done with
Oh,
you.
everyone can see me whoop you as an eggplant.
All right, I like it. My eyes are getting big. Leanna,
Oh
you see
my
this?
God.
I'm getting shaken up here. All right, let me go.
I think I make him more nervous than you did.
Oh
That's
my
true.
God.
All
right, hold on. Let's wind things down.
I think he was really nice.
Shit,
Let's
eggplant.
wind things down a little bit. All right, let's
and
get a
then
little serious.
let me do one more.
That's my-
Don't
right.
know. My beard is way better than yours. Way
Well,
better.
apparently Lucy Freeman
Way
says you guys
better.
look like brothers. They say
Mine's
that
in
you
the,
guys look
mine's
like
in the
brothers.
suit. Mine's in the suit.
I'm
so it
so glad. I'm so glad that that's not anywhere near. I'm anywhere near related.
all
to
right,
this guy.
but I got a significantly better sculpted nose than your nose. Yours is kind of like, and mine goes
Lord,
like.
you guys.
Yeah,
perfect,
I don't.
you know what I mean?
I agree with that. I agree with
Hey,
that.
you know, like
Shout out to Melissa
I
Doral.
agree with that. I'm not. I mean, listen. Who are
we on
listen?
the same page.
Who are we
You guys are
without
crazy.
our integrity? And let me just tell you that you're right because. you look
Well,
like
hold
you
on
have
though. I will say this: you are a very good-looking man. All right, Steve.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I know. You need to buy some clippers and clean up around this area a little bit because if you're gonna have anything near, like
I pay a guy to do that.
when you eat a sandwich, you probably eat a lot of your beard hair.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
facts.
And
Or like if I eat a burrito, same shit.
yeah,
Oh Lord, you guys are funny. I thought we
Leanna,
were
are you
doing a
ready?
reading.
That's a light.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
Come on,
reset
reading.
it out. I want to get
Tangled.
Leanna's reading.
All right, Leanna,
All right.
you go ahead. You do your reading. I
Oh,
got
I
you
want
back.
Steve to do a reading. I'm still waiting for the reading.
Oh no,
Steve's
Steve
gonna
Here's
do-
will
Steve's
do a
reading.
reading. He'll do a roast. All
right, here's
Come on,
Steve's
Steve. He'll
reading.
do a roast.
Here's
Give
Steve's
Give him
reading.
one intuitive message.
Okay,
You can do
go
it,
ahead.
Steve.
Okay.
Try it out, Steve.
Your parents didn't love you, and that's why you're wearing an eggplant suit.
All right. That's
This man's
That's funny.
psychic. This man is psychic.
Oh my
Am I
God,
wrong?
bro. Okay, okay.
Leanna,
that was
if this guy
Ricky
gets out of
Steve.
line with you,
Dude.
if this guy gets out
This
of
guy
line with
gets
you,
out.
Knock
I
him
will
up.
jump
Beat him
through
up
the
for me.
screen. Yeah, I'll jump through the screen
Okay.
right
Thank you.
here.
Appreciate
All
it.
right. How do I do that?
All right. Thank you,
I
Steve.
don't think
for
he
that-
will.
that
I don't think he will.
insight. All right, Leanna, you're up. Leanna,
That was
this
amazing, Steve.
Kaz.
Steve.
Kaz,
I'm ready.
Leanna.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All
Hi.
right, go ahead, Leanna.
Okay.
Did you
It's
need
funny
my
that
name?
you said that, but you said it in a
Did
smart
you
ass
want
way.
his name?
Yeah.
Did you want
is
his
your-
name, Leanna?
What's your real name?
Wait, first. I want. Okay. I'm
What's
gonna
your
give
birth
this.
name?
I'm gonna.
Why
give,
don't you ever
Do you
say
even
a real
know?
sentence?
How did
How
you
come
know
you
my
don't
name
say
was
a real
changed?
sentence?
First
Steve,
of
hold
all,
on, wait, hold on, Steve. Let's hear. Let's hear.
I'm still waiting for him to say one.
that's
full
weird that you
sentence.
asked for my birth name, because I did legally change my name. But okay. So I was named after my real father's favorite comic book hero. Do you know who it is?
Howard the Duck.
That's a comic? Is that he's pretty old. I've never heard of that comic.
Oh my god. Anything, Leanna? Are you sensing anything?
The comic book hero?
Yeah, it's pretty
Or
intimidating.
did I pick up anything on him other than that? Yeah, it's pretty picked up stuff.
The comic
But now
book
he wants to
hero.
know about the comic book hero. I'm like,
No, he's wasting your time. Can we get rid of this guy? He's wasting
No,
Leanna's
no.
time.
No.
No, I was actually named after
okay,
the
let me-
comic book hero. I'm just curious. Can I?
no, I believe
Is that allowed?
what I was
Okay.
going to say before you said about your family is I was going to ask you if you were adopted or if your parents weren't your real parents or something happened where you had to be moved around a little bit when you were a baby because something happened with your biological mom or your dad or something. I feel like something happened. You maybe moved around a little bit, but not in like a bad way. I just feel like
No. So I was born in Germany, and my little brother was
Okay.
born 3 months early, and we had to life flight him to America, and that's why I live in America now.
Wait, for real?
okay.
Yep. He's actually a miracle baby. He shouldn't have lived,
Whoa.
but he totally lived.
So,
But
so-
yeah.
so say it again. You
Wow.
were born in Germany, and then you came over here.
Yeah, on an Air Force base because that's my real dad was military, and we had to move here to save him, and never left America. And then my real dad was like abusive and like cheated on my mom and shit, and left when I was like 3.
Leanna, what are you sensing? What are you sensing now?
I feel really bad about what I said
A
now.
lot of eggplant energy.
I know I feel bad too.
I'm pretty okay with all of it though. I've never really had like resentment or anything about it.
This got deep really fast.
But I was
I've
picking
got a
up
really
that your
nice
biological
stepdad.
birth parents. I was picking up that your birth parents, the parents that you like your biological mom, your biological dad, like something about they weren't your real parents or something. I feel like something's off there. I don't know. I just feel like something happened. Something with your birth parents, and then
My mom
you said
was
your
my
stepdad
mom.
or something. Your stepmom.
Yeah, and I
There's
was
something
stepdad.
that. But you were like, I know you said your brother, but I feel like something about you, like that you were kind of bounced around a lot, even as a baby. Like something happened when you were little, like real little. That's what I picked up. Before, even when Steve was talking, that's the first thing I picked up is when you're like a baby. There's
I
something
picked that up,
happened
too.
down the line. You did?
No, I was
Yeah.
being.
Oh, you're
I-
not supposed to be my sidekick.
Yeah,
I got your back. I'm trying not to make this so heavy. This thing got heavy. Okay.
All right. So what about what? Any other what?
But
other
wait,
questions
wait.
do you have,
Do
Cass?
do you have a guess about the comic book hero?
I don't like anything, Leanna. Anything at all? Shit, I'd be stumped. So don't feel bad if you don't know it because there's a lot of.
I've told Sweats who it was.
What?
He's heard this.
I don't
Yeah,
think
he's heard
so.
this on stream.
I don't think so.
It's like I'm super proud of it type of thing, you know? It's one of my favorite comic book heroes.
Xavier?
What,
Charles
Matt
Xavier?
Murdock?
Charles, no. No. My middle
Matt
You
name.
Murdock?
go by your middle name, though.
Oh, so my original name was, I won't say the whole thing, but it was Thomas Damien, and then my last name, which is kind of weird, right? I had 2 middle names because my real dad's a bitch, and so since I was born in Germany, they don't let the mom sign the birth certificate. The dad has to do it because the mom just gave birth, and so they agreed on my name. And then he named me after him and just kind of like tagged his name in the beginning, which was where the Thomas came from. But I took that out and then changed my last name to my stepdad's last name.
So
So
But
you
my-
go by your
my-
middle name, then.
One of my middle names. My other middle name is the comic book hero,
Okay.
which is, do you want me to tell you? I can just tell you guys. It's pretty cool.
Thomas Wayne.
No,
I
it's Castle.
had
Well,
Punisher
Thomas
vibes.
Yeah,
I
after the
swear to you,
Punisher,
dude, I
Frank
had Punisher
Castle.
vibes.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Punisher.
Yeah. So
There's something
Punisher.
with your.
Go ahead, Leanna. I'm sorry.
Were you raised by somebody else than your parents, though? I keep getting like something with when you were a baby. Let me just tell you what I'm getting. Something when you were a baby, you were bounced around.
Well, when I
Yeah, I
was like
didn't think
really
that was your real
little,
name.
Don't
when I was
interrupt
really
her.
Like a
little,
baby.
when I was really little, my mom. So after my dad left, my mom was military, and then eventually she went to school. But when she went off to like basic, me and my little brother had to live with my grandparents for like a long time. So I mean, kind of.
Grandparents pretty much raised you.
Sort of, yeah.
So I kept getting like you were bounced around, like you weren't with your real parents.
I'm being honest right now. There's times, Leanna, when you go through your readings and I smell something, and I'm not being funny or anything, I'm really not, but I smell something, and it's just like sometimes when you speak and you do your readings, I feel like my senses are somewhat enticed. Elated. Well, that's not the right word.
It could be.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. Like I've smelled. I can't describe what it is, but I've smelled like when you're talking about his grandparents. I'm like, man, something's going on in here. And this is my Bruce or whatever your name is again. I don't know. Yeah, this is my third nose, by the way. Okay, this is my third nose. So yeah, my nose is a little bit more like this because I've been in some wars, my friend. Okay,
You guys are funny, man. So what you're saying to me, Steve, is that your intuition, whatever you're feeling, smelling, is telling you that what I'm saying is right. I think that's what you're trying to say, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Is that now? I don't know. Like again, I'm a little bit more based on the science aspect of things, right? Like I'm not.
I know.
I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying.
I get it.
I'm giving you what's going on in this third nose of mine where I can't smell anything anymore.
You might have the Rona if you can't.
That's your.
Smells.
It's been like that for years, Bruce. You leave me alone.
That's your.
I'm no doctor.
That's your spirit guides. Well, whatever you believe in, I'm just telling you what I believe in. That's your spirit guides and angels giving you a sign in whatever way. Everybody picks things up and handles things differently. That's kind of your sign to know when something's right, wrong, or what have you. So yeah, that's probably what it is.
I've never had that experience until this evening with you.
I wanted to say something else about. I don't even know what to call you now, Juan. I don't know what your name. What should I call you, Thomas?
My name's Damien.
I'm just saying.
It's Damien, like the devil's.
I don't mean that disrespectful. I just want to. I want to put your name.
You're good.
I want to take your name and what I'm feeling.
You just always got to be living like the feds are watching.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you something.
No,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Let me tell you something. The feds are not wasting time on you. Okay. Can I get the full screen for a second? Can I get the screen for a full second? Can I get the full screen for a second? Let me tell you something. If the feds are watching anyone, it's probably Sweats because of his rise to fame and his meteoric. You know, like they're not. They look at your screen. They look at your screen and they're like, "This guy's in a fucking eggplant suit. We don't need to worry about this guy."
That's what I want them to think. You know, like that just means that I'm being smart. So Leanna, do you believe in spirit animals?
Yes, I do.
Do you know your spirit animal?
Yeah, mine is an owl, actually.
Yeah, I can see that. What do you think mine is? Real genuine guess.
A peacock.
Sweats don't say anything.
I'll tell you.
Peacock.
No, let me look at your energy.
Because I actually know my spirit animal.
How do you find that out?
I would say a wolf.
Do you want me to tell you the story? How I found my spirit animal?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, but let me say what I think it is first.
Okay, yeah, let her guess first.
Something in the wolf family, a wolf. I'm getting a wolf.
That's
something
one of them,
that
actually.
Tribe.
You have two? How do you have two spirit animals?
Well, you can have multiple spirit animals. They're called spirit guides.
That's not real.
Yeah, he's right, actually.
No, it's totally real. What are you...
Listen, if it
It's
comes,
totally
if it comes
real.
Listen, the
This
guy just
evening-
got freaked. Listen, Juan. The guy just got totally freaked the frick out from my reading. Let's just give him a break now.
I'm on I actually have a very
He's still recovering from what I said.
spiritual
That's
existence. I wouldn't call
yeah.
myself religious, but I am very spiritual.
Absolutely.
And I have to say, one of the biggest things that brought me into that spirituality was LSD.
Right.
I'm not. That's
Really?
just it. Yeah, it just actually happened.
Yeah.
And,
So, did you hear what
I
we
don't
were
know
talking
that
about
you should-
earlier before?
so when
I don't know
when
that
I
you should
found
be
my,
openly admitting this on the internet. Let me just say that.
well, I don't do LSD anymore. You know.
Well,
Like,
Dristle said Dristle is sus.
I
Dristle
know.
said he's
Yo,
not
what's up,
fed.
Drizzle?
That's cool.
You sexy
Yeah,
motherfucker.
Dristle said he's
Dristle.
not
I
a
like that
fed,
name, it's
but
different.
that's sus.
Okay,
Definitely
so
not a Fed.
I was definitely definitely not a fan. No, Drizzle's trustworthy. Trust me. He's here for Steve. He's not here for anyone else.
Oh, okay, good.
He's here to knock his llamas.
No.
Lord have mercy.
Drizzle, tell him.
Oh,
Tell
wait,
Steve.
hold on. All right. Okay. So what? what's
Okay,
your
okay.
question?
So I was under the influence of about 5 tabs, and I went to the skate park, and you wouldn't believe it. It's actually mind blowing. So growing up, and all these dots connected. I believe like people are like dots, and they all just connect to each other, right? It's this weird, crazy philosophy thing I have. I could go into very large, in-depth explanation, but to keep it short, there's this big, buff black dude that showed up at the skate park with an Elvis Presley plaque. And growing up, my stepdad's parents, my grandma, had basically this karaoke machine and developed this massive fandom of Elvis Presley inside of me ever since I was a little kid. So Elvis has always been a big part of my life. And like my family has always been like sort of a guide through my life. And like she was big into wolves, and my dad was really big into eagles, and my mom was really big into moose. And like all this shit just kind of like connected. I can't really explain it, but I was sitting there. My homie traded some weed for the Elvis plaque, and I still have it to this day as a remembrance of when I found my spirit animal. But in the long run, I connected all these dots about me and my mom, because I'm a big mama's boy, and my life, and there was just, like the answers just like presented themselves in front of me, and my spirit animal is a moose.
Yeah.
Lord my
Lord
core
Vanatra,
spirit animal.
But Lord Vanatra said is if the collective conscious was what you were referring to.
Yeah,
The main collective conscious.
Hey, hey, Bruce, you said something earlier where people have dots connected to each other, and like that's how we are intertwined with each other. You know what I mean? All these dots, like this is
like,
your dot,
it's kind of
and
like
this is my dot.
Sweats is right up there, right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I met Sweats, and we touched tips, and then
Yeah.
now all of a sudden I'm here with you.
Yeah, and like, can I just tell you, like, I don't want my dot and your dot connected to each other whatsoever. Here's my world.
We're already here, bro.
Here's my world, and here's where I want you. I want you out this way. I don't want you anywhere.
Oh my God.
All right, but how is it? Cass, do you have any? So, are you curious at all?
I do have something that I want to ask.
Oh, go ahead.
And I want to know Leanna's thoughts about this.
Go ahead.
So there's something big that I am planning in my life right now, and it's something different that I've never done, and I want to embrace it, but I'm also on the line about embracing it, and I don't know if I should approach it full on and just do it, or if I should back away.
Is it take off the eggplant suit? Because I'm going to tell you right now, take off that damn eggplant suit. That's not.
Wait, hold on.
That's not
Hold on,
Wednesday
hold on.
night television.
Let's hear Leanna. I'm gonna solo her out.
Okay.
What?
I'll tell her what it is after she tells me.
Go ahead, Leanna. What's your answer?
It's something like what I'm getting, and this is kind of metaphorically, but you can tell me if it makes sense. What I'm picking up is that you want to do something like a big, grand, like cross country adventure journey, kind of like somebody that would go like backpacking or something like that, and just take off. It's something like similar along to that. I'm getting you want to go on some journey, and it's like going around the world almost. And if it's not what you're talking about, I feel like something you also thought about, which I'm getting. And I feel like, to tell you the truth, I think you're on the fence about it because you're afraid to step out of the box because you're not sure if you'll succeed, right? Which makes sense. It's scary. Anytime we take a leap of faith in our lives, it's scary, of course. But I feel like if you don't do it, you'll regret it. And I think it might be challenging. Like you can take the easy road or the challenging road, right? If you take the challenging road, it might be a little hard, but at the end of the day, when you're done, you'll be thankful. You'll be so happy you did it. So I think you should do it. 100%.
Do you want to know what it is?
You just face your fears. Yeah, what is it?
So I'm a video game content creator, and I've recently been inspired into starting drag queen streams.
And you want to take it on the road?
No, but it is like a journey, and it is out of the box. But like, I feel like there's an art to it, and it could be a lot of fun, and I could embrace it and still be myself. But I also have been on the fence because I didn't want to offend the LGBTQ community in doing what I'm doing. Because, you know, I'm not a homosexual or identifying as a female, but I think that the art of drag is something that strikes my interest and could potentially launch my platform forward while I still have the ability to have fun with it. But that's why I've been on the fence about it.
But I see. But I see you traveling. I see you going like something about a travel, like cross-country traveler. That's what I see.
Yeah, I think you should travel as far away as possible from me.
I'd like to travel, but I'm on felony probation for marijuana right now.
No.
Right.
So I literally can't leave.
But let me ask you something.
Let me ask you something.
Is this something that you always wanted to do? You know what I'm talking about? There's people that
I'd love to go see the world.
Across the country.
I've been to Africa and all kinds of other stuff. It'd be really cool, but you know.
I feel like that's something you're supposed to do in your life.
So you're saying that he should go through with it?
Go on a drag tour around the world. That'd be cool.
I just see you traveling. Like I see you going on like a backpacking. Maybe not specific that, but I see you doing that. That's why I see you.
Is it?
I see you, going on like a.
Go ahead, Steve. What did you say?
Do you think possibly it's because earlier he was saying something along the lines of his father was in the military and he traveled a lot? Do you think that's maybe where you see some of the traveling from, possibly?
No, I think this is something he's supposed to do and like it now as he's older. Because I feel like, to be honest, and this is not disrespectful, I'm just honest. I don't sugarcoat. I don't not be rude, but like you're a little bit lost. You have all these ideas, which there's nothing wrong. Like I was telling Steve, pursue your dreams and all that, which I think everybody should, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we don't do it because we're afraid that we're not going to succeed. But if you don't try, you'll never know, right? So anyway, to make a long story short, what I'm feeling with you is that you're a little lost and you're confused. Like you have all these ideas, but you're not sure where to go. And so you're like, I feel like you're a little lost and you feel stuck. So you said you've been through this, you've been through that. You've been through a lot in your life. You had a lot of hardships. These hardships were to teach you a lesson about yourself and your own strengths and perseverance and whatnot in life. I think that I feel strongly. I keep hearing this over and over, so I just have to say, you're supposed to travel. So if you do this gaming thing, I think you should do it. I think a lot of them will love it. And I think it'll open a lot of doors for you. But I see you. I still see you traveling. I really do.
So maybe because he has been kind of hesitant on it. Maybe he should travel, because you actually have told me something similar, Leanna. Is that when you see a travel for me like in February-ish, and that I'll find some answers that I'm looking for or whatever. But So maybe it's
Yes.
a similar kind of situation for Kaz where he should take that travel, or there's a travel in there where he'll find his answer. Maybe that's the possibility.
Yeah, he needs some, he needs to get into his roots, if that makes sense.
I think I need to travel and I need to travel and meet Steve. And
No, I'll drive it.
Go out and we can go wine tasting together and pick grapes in the vineyard and
He's not a
get
wine
to know
drinker.
each other.
No,
What's my drink of choice?
Steve doesn't
Maybe
drink wine.
that's.
No, I don't drink wine, my friend.
Leanna, what's
I don't drink wine either.
Steve doesn't drink wine, so that's not going to work.
We'll go to a whiskey place.
Oh.
Watch the show.
Watch some boxing matches together or something. Spar a little.
That's not your path, though. Your path. Will you please listen to me? I'm trying to help you.
I'm listening.
You have to find your roots. You have to find where you come from. I think you feel like you are missing something. And I'm telling you, I feel you're supposed to travel. And what Sweat said is right. I agree with him. So it is similar. But the travel is for different purposes between you and Sweats. It's different reasons what you're supposed to find. On your journey are two totally different things. In your travels, I'll just call you Juan because that's who I know you from the beginning. In your travels, you're going to find out who you are. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. And I think with this gaming thing, it's going to take off. So I think you should do it. But you're supposed to travel. I'm telling you.
Yeah, let me tell you something here, Casual.
There you go.
When I was in my mid to late 20s, I did travel and it did benefit me. So I think that you do seem like a lost individual, and I say that to be disrespectful. You do seem like a lost individual. So go ride your bike. Get a bike and ride a bike and go to the Swift out. I don't know. Jump on just buy a plane ticket and go somewhere. Get anywhere away from me.
Because he never had his parents there to teach him. He never had parents. He never had parents.
It'll probably have to wait until he's off of probation. Most definitely.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which you don't have to get into detail if you don't want to, Kaz. But like, is it on the horizon?
I've been super open about it.
Is it on the horizon? Is the end? Is the end like on the horizon, or is it far away? Or
I'm not even a year in, and it's a 10-year probation.
Oh shit!
I don't think it'll be that long. It won't be that long.
Yeah, I'll probably get off in 5
won't be that long.
on good behavior.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
sooner than that.
That's good. But
you're still young. You're young. You have time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how old are you?
I don't think it'll be 5 years. I think it'll be maybe 3.
I'm also like a very big. So I had this.
Oh, that screen looks weird.
I had this really big thing happen in my life this year. This has been probably one of the worst years of my life, and it's up from the arrest all the way down to. So I'm a musician, and I was playing music with 2 of my best friends, and one of them was the one I'm pretty sure who made the cops come to my house. And that's how I ended up getting arrested. And I haven't seen or talked to him. He just disappeared, completely vanished off the face of this earth. And the other one died of cancer in March.
Shit.
And so I've struggled to leave my house for any other reason besides work or food because I don't trust people. I have really I've obtained these trust issues that I can't really shake because I already didn't trust people to begin with. You know, I have a daughter and I would never let anyone watch her except those 2 individuals pretty much and then this happened. And so I've been in a state of mind of clinging to my family and then staying inside. Pretty much.
I'll stop being a hard, funny guy for a minute. You gotta let that shit. I mean, I know it. Listen, I've been through some stuff too. you gotta let that go, dude. I mean, I know it's hard, but it's not gonna help you. You know what I mean? You gotta let that shit go. You just gotta find a way to move on from that. I mean, it happened, it's over, it's done. Hanging on to it's not gonna help you. You know what I mean? Like it's only gonna hurt you in the long run. I don't know how that looks for you. I know I say a lot of funny things on this show, and I'm intentionally rude to people who look like who are a less handsome version of me.
You should definitely watch my.
But
I'm on the entirely same.
Yeah, but
Steve doesn't mean it. So. He's actually really.
Yeah, but
Steve is actually really teddy bear.
I have very hard skin.
That's true.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like,
what he said.
But I think what happened to you, Juan, is that you were set up. You were set up, so that's why I don't trust people, which I can understand. But Steve's right. That was really good advice. Because if you don't let it go, the longer you hold on to it, the longer it's gonna like stump your pursuit of your own happiness. It's just gonna like sit there, and you're not gonna be able to move forward, and you're gonna like just be stuck, and then you won't be able to move on and do what you need to do. So he's right.
It's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. I mean, it's not. I mean, that's such a personal experience. You know what I mean? And like, we're all. I mean, aside from you and Sweats, we're all strangers here. So like, I'm feeling like you want to move forward past all of this because you're telling it to people who, in a forum that is not real. The internet is not a real place, people. Let me tell you, it's not a real forum. So it's just like. You want to let that stuff go, and you have to figure out. I don't know. You need like a certain avenue to let that go. I wish you well. I do because it's that sucks. It's a shitty situation, but like you said, you got a daughter, and you got to do stuff. You got to do it for her. You got to do it for your children. You know what I mean? Not to tell you how to live your life, but
100%. Sweats, you need to send Steve an eggplant suit.
No. No. I will burn that shit.
You need to help Steve.
Yeah.
You need to help
Steve
establish this, because that's the part of his childhood I feel like he lost. Was that silly side that I know he has inside of him, but he's so busy focusing on being the man he needs to be for his family that he doesn't take that time to be the silly boy that we all know that you are, Steve. All right? That we all know that you are. So get the eggplant suit, put it on, look yourself in the mirror, and tell yourself that you're sexy. That's all I gotta say.
I guess
you won't find one tall enough. You can't find an eggplant suit tall enough. He's too tall.
I'll send him an
there's banana suits out there too.
I'll send him an eggplant suit when I don't want to when I don't want to do the show anymore because he won't contact me after that. So that's when I'll send him the eggplant suit.
I'll see you at a family party and be done with you.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
I'll send him we'll give it to his dog.
Oh my gosh. This is wow. Like this is I mean, this is certainly an unexpected turn, but it is good.
Leanna, what's my dog's name?
Oh boy.
What's my dog's
you
name?
put it on the spot.
Because you mentioned my dog, and I don't think I brought anything up of my dog here.
No, I just thought you had a dog.
Well, I want to
I just saw you had a dog.
I want to, if I may, I want to. Oh my gosh!
He must have like a Chihuahua or something.
His dog's name is Rocky.
No, he doesn't.
Something like that.
A little dog with a big name.
Well, I want to.
Did you have a husky, or did you ever have a husky?
No, my grandfather did.
Okay.
Okay.
This eggplant is fucking hot as titty balls.
Go ahead, take it off. Oh, it's a whole thing. It's a whole
shit. It's hot, bro. All right. I had to present
anybody in
myself
this chat? I don't know why I'm getting this silly name, but like Bobo or something like that. Boo Boo, Bobo. Does that mean anything to anybody in this chat?
Sound off. Does Bobo mean anything to you guys in the chat? I want to introduce
anybody in this.
Hold on, guys. I want to introduce.
Maybe somebody that's on the comments.
Don't worry about it.
I want to introduce a longtime friend of the show, Fanatra. Fanatra, this is Leanna. Leanna, this is Fanatra.
Hi, nice
Hello.
to meet you.
Can I just say
Nice to meet
that?
you.
Nice to meet you.
Can I just say
Good
that
show.
Casual looks like Andy Milanakis, like a Mexican version of Andy Milanakis.
Okay.
Who's Andy Milanakis?
He's a
First of all, I'm
comedian.
white as
We
fuck.
can look up photos. We can look up
Yeah,
photos.
he looks like Andy Milanakis.
No, you mean Galifianakis or Milanakis? I'm seeing
Andy
Galifianakis.
Milanakis. No.
Oh.
You take that beard away, he looks like Andy
Um,
Milanakis. I'm serious.
That's why we keep the beard.
Oh, I have no idea
Oh,
who that
shit.
is.
I have it pulled up. Here. I can pull it up right now. Let me see. Let me share my screen. I want
Andy
to.
Milanakis has a heart of gold. All right.
That's Andy Milanakis right there.
Take the beard away. Take the beard away. I swear to God, it looks like him.
No, man.
You guys are so mean.
About that be to get my hair cut.
That guy's older than us, probably, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
Andy Milanakis actually has like a condition where
He looks young.
his voice or something along those lines sounds like a little kid, even though he's not a little kid. And I think he like started out as a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very successful though.
I think he's young. He's not that old.
Didn't-
He's on Cameo
didn't-
too.
No,
Wasn't
he
Andy-
is. No, he's like 40 something.
Wasn't Andy Milanakis originally in
30.
the rap group with Riff Raff?
Really?
Isn't
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'll go look it up
really
right now.
Go ahead. But
He was on
Fanatra.
MTV. Yes, sir.
yeah.
Fanatra, my man.
He was in a rap. Riff Raff was in a rap group with Andy Milanakis before he like went solo and became the Riff Raff he is today.
Fanatra.
Wow.
What's your first name?
Finn, short for my real name, which I don't say. It's I'm named by an angel. I got
He's
a
a
biblical
baby.
name. Yeah, I got a biblical name. So Finn, that's for short.
I like that. It's cool. It's something you're trying to create. Like, what are you trying? I feel like it's something trying to create.
I'm creating. Yeah, I'm a creative guy.
He's a very serious. No, you're trying to create something, and yes, you are creative, but you're trying to create something.
Yeah.
Like you've been working on it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because he's like really an intense guy. He's like really serious. He's deep. He's like really into what he's doing. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I'm just getting like how he's sitting there and he's just trying to work on this. He's been working on it for a while. That's cool. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that's what I pick up from you.
No, yeah, I work on myself every day for the most part. Or I try to.
No, it's not. I mean, it's you, but I feel like it's something you're trying to create. Like
What you
something
getting?
for the world to see. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You're trying to make something. I don't know. It's like, okay, this is what I get metaphorically. Sometimes I get visions it's not actually doing, but it's a metaphor. So you're in a lab, okay, and you're trying to like mix all these different things together and make sure it works. And you work 24 hours a day around the clock. That's what I see. I swear to God. Why are you laughing at me?
It's Leanna.
Because I do mix.
What?
I sit in my lab and I mix.
Oh shit. Leanna's
that's
hitting it
weird.
right on the head. I
No, I'm
swear to
freaked
you.
out.
Are you amazed?
And I don't think that's
I swear it's weird
I-
because sometimes people are like, can you take a picture of what I see? I'm like, I can't give you a picture, but I can describe it the best I can. I see
He's
you
mixing
like working
in the
24 hours
lab.
around the clock.
Well, being in the lab, mixing stuff up doesn't directly have to do with anything about trying to create something to show the world. Maybe it's just something that's I'm working on just to, because it does help out for other things that I like to work on. But for the most part, I think what you're talking about isn't directly correlated with any kind of long-term vision. It's just something kind of it's like a placeholder. No.
Don't give.
No, I
like
think
you,
it's
don't
like-
give Leanna a hard time.
I'm always getting like, and you might not even know this. No, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying like, you might not even know this. I'm being honest. I think it's something like a cure. Like it's going to be big if you keep working on it.
A
Working on it. It's something
cure?
that's going to be big. I'm telling you.
Shit. Whoa, damn!
I'm not lying,
Oxmo.
and I swear to God.
Yeah,
Let me
you're
just
right.
tell you-
Oxmo.
He thinks it's a hobby, and it's not.
Let me just tell you that Oxmo
Yes,
is
that's
not
funny.
the cure.
Mhm.
That actually brought a lot of people together. I tell you, that thing leaked out of the internet into the real world and became that just that's something else though.
Man,
I think
I would definitely play Oxmo for Kaz, but I will not play Oxmo
That's
for Leanna.
amazing.
No,
And my mom
I
is,
will not
and my
play-
mom is on this man. On this, do
I'll
not
play it for you,
Oxmo.
Leanna. Don't worry.
no.
Oh no!
No.
Look, if there's one thing I've learned in life, you just gotta not give a fuck, you know?
Oh my gosh! Oh
Yeah, I've been through
no.
that part of life.
I'll tell
I've
a
been
old
through that
ass
Yeah, you
part.
have to care a
79-year-old
little bit.
woman to take her pants off and chill if she comes into my stream. I don't give a fuck.
What?
So
Why you gotta make things so complicated? She a grown ass woman. If she don't want to hear it, she'll just
Okay,
say,
all
hey, I
right.
don't want
Let's
to hear
change the
it.
subject.
do you know?
Yeah,
So
let's
Leanna,
not-
do you know anything about astrology? Not astronomy, but astrology.
Yeah. A little. Yes. Uh huh.
So I like to break it down where you have your zodiac signs or you have your horoscope signs, and each one is represented by a planet, and sometimes two signs are represented by one planet. You know, you got the sun is Leo,
Right.
Mercury is Virgo and Gemini, Venus is
Right.
not Cancer. Well, okay, you got me. My parents are ruled by the same planet, by the planet of Uranus.
Your parents are ruled by the same.
Yeah,
Your
and that was
parents
and by Uranus, the planet of mystery and confusion, and they spat out a Virgo.
Oh shit! We're going deep on some
What?
astrology right now.
So that's kind of in different ways to
Steve's
break
not
down
ready
how
for this,
people
guys.
think.
I'm not.
One thing about astrology is it's a language. It's a tool for a language of empathy to understand the next person and where they're coming from, so you can at least have a rough general basis on how to approach and how to conduct yourself around somebody, because you don't have to change yourself, but if you know a little more about the next person and where they're coming from, then you could definitely I think she has a lot of that within her right now and different other aspects that
that's
she may be
true.
learning, but it's all kind of, you all get down to the middle of the heart of who you're dealing with, to the mind of who you're dealing with, and whether it's through astrology, numerology, personality charts, body language, whatever it could be. I think it just goes to the root of finding out what the kernel of truth in each person is.
From the root to the fruit.
There you go. Well, Vanatra, I don't mean to disparage your comment there, but let me try to rephrase it so I can kind of get a better understanding, kind of take us in a certain direction. So, Leanna, so you were mentioning one thing that I was going to ask you, and it kind of ties in with astrology a little bit, I guess you could say. Was that you talk about, you have your abilities, you have your powers, if you will. Where do you believe, what is the source? Where does it come from? And how, if at all, does astrology play into this sort of thing, like this cosmic sort of force or energy? Like, I don't know. Does that question make any sense to you, Leanna? Is it understandable?
Yeah,
Or
it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Let me get your take on that. What do you think of that?
Okay, I'll try to break it down the best I can and what I feel.
Shoot, go for it.
Like I said, I was born with my gift, right? So
Right.
I'm not sure who it comes from because I don't know my real father, but I know my mom's, I think down the line I think my mom was psychic too, but for Catholic, that's not allowed. So that's that. Well, I do feel like I was born on June 21st, so I'm born on the cusp. And the day I was born was a full moon. And I feel it have something to do with that. I'm not sure, but I feel like it could. I do feel I'm here for a reason, obviously a bigger purpose to help people and whatnot. I do believe in astrology to a certain point, but I feel like some people are so they have to know about the signs. Like they won't date somebody if their sign doesn't mesh with their signs. I'm not sure if that's
Yeah, I don't
You know what I
believe
mean?
that either.
Because everybody's personality is different. Just because this person's a Cancer and they're not, doesn't mean the other person that's a Cancer is not a good person. I think it's just a person. I'm not big on, oh, you can only date this side and that side. I don't get into that.
I
But
think if you just
as far
put
as
two
what
people in a
he's
room, they'll
talking
find
about,
a way.
different aspects and, you know, yeah, like the time you were born and stuff, I think it does make a difference. And I feel like me being born on a full moon, being on the cusp, I think it does have to do with my gift. I really do. But I never had proof of it. It's just what I feel. Astrology can help you learning, like he said, about other people. But I'm not like big on it, like where it has to be a certain way.
Okay. So there
didn't answer
can
your
be
question.
right. So there can be some crossover, but it's not like a direct bridge between the two. It's kind of
I don't think so. I don't feel
okay. Okay. We actually have I have one more question to kind of referring to that, but we also have Kathy that wants to get read. We'll definitely get to Kathy right now. But so what you were so to kind of just get the answer more kind of square roots, I suppose. So the source, where does the source come from? If you didn't state that already, in your opinion.
I don't think I did. Are you asking me if I connect and give the readings to people?
Well, the source.
What do you mean by where does the source come from?
This where do you pull it from? Like where does the
Okay.
What's the origin of your abilities?
Information come from?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people ask me how do I do things, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know. Like I have this, but what I feel, this is how I connect. I believe, like I said, I don't push my beliefs on anything. This is what I do. I'm a big person with energy, so I connect people's energy a lot. So if I'm doing a reading, I'll pick up your energy, and I connect to your spirit guides and guardian angels. That's how I work. And I also connect to mine. My mom is also passed away, and she is on the other side, and she's helped me a lot in my readings. She's been around me. I mean, she said things, felt things. I mean, it's just something that it's hard to explain without proof because you can't see it. It's just something I feel, and I've been told in different things, but that's how I connect. I'm intuitive, so I don't need cards. I don't need any tools. I just have intuition, that inner knowing. And if I get a gut feeling about somebody, I'll say it. And, you know, nobody's ever perfect. If a psychic ever says they're 100% accurate, they're lying. Because nobody's perfect. But I'm pretty confident in my ability. So, yeah, that's how I do it.
Thank you for that. One other specific question that I had for you, and we'll get to Kathy's reading after this one. But one thing that I had written down was a good psychic, okay, versus a bad psychic, and not so much in the spiritual sense, but like in how they deal with others, how they deal with people. Like, do you have some have you crossed paths with other psychics that, let's say that they have the power, but they don't really use it in a way that you deem to be proper? You know what I mean? If that makes any sense to you. So the difference between a good psychic,
it does. That's a great
bad
question.
psychic. All right, your take on that?
Okay, the difference. I'll say a good psychic first, and I'll talk about the bad. A good psychic is somebody that's honest and won't sugarcoat anything. You know, has that say the truth, whether you want to hear. Some people don't want to hear the truth, you know, and they don't just want the money. I mean, it's not about the money, but it is. But you know what I'm saying? They're not after the money. They're caring about you. I think a kick as far as giving a reading, you don't need to give them a lot of information. If somebody's, you know, they should be able to pick up a lot. So they shouldn't be asking you a lot of questions when they're giving you a reading. I don't feel. Some people that are beginners, you know, maybe it's understandable, but most times I don't feel so. A bad psychic will fraud you for money, will tell you what you want to hear, to keep more money off of you. They give the same readings to numerous people. If you're in a group live or something like that, you know, like when I go live, They just do things to get the money, but they're not like they're false. They'll hear the readings aren't accurate. They make people like me and other psychics that are good and true people look bad because they try to falsify and they use their gifts for bad. So to me, that's a bad psychic. I mean, that's just going to tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes you need to hear that's not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
All readings are not like roses and butterflies. It can't always be. That's not life. Life isn't always perfect.
Okay, that's
Who is this guy in the chat with these crazy comments? Who is that? This Dreisel.
Dreisel says I use a Ouija board to commit on phasmophobia. Does that count? No, that doesn't count. It using a Ouija board in phasmophobia doesn't work, Drissel. What he's talking about is phasmophobia. It's a video game. It's a video game. I don't think Drissel really uses a Ouija board in real life.
I wouldn't use a Ouija board.
Oh yeah, that's some dark stuff, isn't it, Leanna?
Even the ones that are created by like Milton Bradley, those are all bad.
Yeah, do not use a Ouija board. You can bring stuff up that's bad.
It's like the law of attraction. If you're gonna fuck with demons, you're gonna fuck with demons, regardless of what you're using.
What did Kathy say?
Kathy says you should always focus on the positive energy because the negative energy can actually manifest bad things that aren't absolute until you cause them to focus on that negative and manifest it to the truth. Dude, Kathy's so wise. Shout out to Kathy. Absolutely.
I just don't understand the Ouija board thing.
Okay, so Drissel also wants a reading. Leanna, are you comfortable giving Kathy and Drissel a reading? I don't want to like. I want to make sure that you're okay with it. Okay.
No, all right, fine.
So go ahead and give Kathy a reading.
Okay, Kathy is an Earth angel.
Yeah.
She's an amazing
we have
soul.
That in common. We have
she's
that
a guardian to like.
Hell yeah.
You do. You do. Honestly, you do have that common. Her purpose on this earth is to help others find their way in their life path and to be like a guardian. What a guardian means is to like protect others. Her gift is of protection, and she has that strong will. Also, I feel to heal herself. Like she's a healer. I also want to tell you, Kathy, that I feel like coming up, if not in December, but January, February, you're going to get an opportunity to be able to showcase your gift. You do as far as taking care of people you take care of, in your house. I understand that, but I feel like you have a purpose that's past that. Not that you won't get to continue doing that. I feel like I need to tell you it's time for you to start doing what you're born to do, which is what I just said. And that I feel like you're going to get an opportunity, whether it's December or January. And you might be doing some traveling with it, but if you don't, where you live now in your community, you get to showcase yourself, and you're going to be pretty much known. If you choose, you have free will. But I think there's something that you're supposed to show, like kind of like I was telling I'm sorry, I forgot your name. The guy that's the scientist, here to make a cure for the world, which I think he is.
Sinatra?
We all have free will, so he can take what I said or not.
I'm on Mike is
yeah. After this live, you guys can take what I said or you have free will. This is just what I feel. Kathy has things to do in her lifetime,
There's
and I feel
a couple
like
questions I have.
She's put her life on hold, kind of like with Steve in a way, but not the same, because she loves her family and she wants to be there for them. But I feel at the same time, there's things you're supposed to do. Like your guys and angels are telling me, you have to go on your own journey and do things because you're supposed to help other people. Like I feel like you're a healer. Like you can heal other people, you can heal yourself. And there's also like I get a mission you're supposed to go on. Something like December or January, it's going to start then, and you're going to continue on. And you're going to lead people. And it's going to be, people led people in like the hurricanes and whatnot, and they're known for years after. And the things they did to help the people. It's kind of like that kind of vibe, but not actually a hurricane. It's a spiritual journey. You might also, I see you possibly having like a spiritual retreats and doing stuff like that. But I feel like you put a lot of things off because you weren't sure you're going to be able to do them. but I feel you will. So get started on it now. I'm just kidding. But no, they're saying that you're very special and you're here. You have a higher purpose than I don't think you realize sometimes. But yeah, you're a very special person. So let me know if that resonates or anything I said makes sense or what you think on it.
Yes, thank you, Leanna. Let us know.
I'm
Kathy.
100% for being honest with people, and I'm 100. I think being optimistic with people. But have you ever run across somebody and you're like, you are not destined for anything. You stay doing what you're doing. You stay right there. What you're doing right now. If you think that it's going to get better in the future, it doesn't. Okay. Let me give you a word of advice. You just stay right there. This is
who are you talking to, Steve? Are you talking to?
Can we get this?
Actually,
Mark on the channel?
Steve, I have run across those people.
Yeah,
They're lower
have you been,
vibrational pieces of crap people. They're not good people.
Yeah, you're just like, no,
Yes.
you know what? You think you could do better. You think you're going to leave your girlfriend. Let me tell you something, man. That's the best you get. That's the best you get right there.
You're a whip,
it's
bro.
all down.
You're a
I
whip,
have
bro.
told people that. I have told people that. I've told people that, or some, girls that want to know about the guy they're dating, and I told them, no, that's not the one. And they got mad at me. It's like, well, I'm telling you the truth. They don't believe me, and then they come back later on and tell me, oh, you were right. Because I'm not going to lie to people. I won't do that. Something I'm not going to do. And some people just don't want to hear the truth. But there are some people that that are just never going to change their life, and they're not good people. I don't even want to deal with those kind of people. I really don't.
Well, I would say, and then
just
I'll get
people
to
that are negative. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kathy says, "I thank you for that, and you are for sure right." All right, good, Kathy. So long as you're happy with that, and thank you for that, Leanna. One thing I was going to ask you though, and then I'll get to Fanatra's questions, and then we'll get to Drizzle. One thing I was going to ask was,
okay.
You say that past lives, so you do in some form or fashion believe in reincarnation of some sort, and assuming that you say that we have free will, therefore you mean we also are like, even though we reincarnate, we're still like one entity that it persists through time and space that continues on a loop, essentially, right? So basically, so the people that you've run into that you don't really see anything for them, like you don't see great things for them in your readings, aren't those the people that like because with reincarnation it's like the people who haven't lived very many lives are kind of like at the bottom. They're like the shelf. I don't know if shellfish is really the word, but for the analogy, but like they're this lower tier of energy and personality, and they don't really have much to do in this life. Maybe they'll get a little or a more of a foothold in the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and so on and so forth. So is that right. What's the case? Yeah. Okay, I just pieced that together because I like to piece things together because I am a learned philosopher. I mean, I'm not the most knowledgeable, but that is interesting.
You're very philosophical. Yes, you are.
Oh, absolutely.
No, you're actually right. And the way you said it was fine, and I agree with you. And some people don't learn the lesson in this lifetime, so they have to come back again this lifetime and redo it all over again. So you're right.
Speaking about philosophical,
oh hell yeah, it's been a while. Hell yeah.
The quality of toilet paper an employer provides is directly related to how they respect their employees.
Tell
me that I'm wrong.
You're right. You're right.
You're interviewing, and you were like, "What's the culture in this? What's the culture in this environment?" They're going to say, "Oh yeah, we like each other and everything." Go to the bathroom and see. Do they have one ply? Do they have two ply? Do they have that one that kind of like breaks up when you use it? That's there.
So Kathy says that she could get a read on you as well, Steve. Apparently, she says, just in case Steve didn't see it earlier, I knew how your life changed and what changed you into the man you are, which, by the way, is a great family man. Oh, so that's good. Preach.
There you
We got
go.
Carlos in the chat. What's going on, Carlos? Yo, Carlos, you want a reading? Let us know. We'll get you a reading, man. So Vanantra, you had a question for Leanna, and then we'll get to Driscoll's reading.
Oh, no, it was more of an observation throughout my life how I
Sure, go ahead.
how I've had moments.
I'll you out, just because you're so special.
You know, like you see, you can see like the future a little bit. You see like little glimpses here and there. Sometimes you see it in your dreams, but it's not just one situation. It's probably like 3 or 4 just clustered into one, and you go on with your life, and then you see these moments kind of unfold in different situations. And you're like, oh, either this is really wicked deja vu, or I saw this before, and it's not deja vu. So there's been times where there's been times I've seen things that has happened, like working places, being certain places at certain times, having jobs that I'm like, why was I dreaming about that? And then a few months later, I see myself doing it. It's ridiculous. But there's one thing that I've seen that hasn't happened yet, so I'm waiting for that. And in the meantime, I gave up on all that stuff. I don't even think about it anymore, because it came to the point where I don't even care to know. I don't care to know any more about whatever's going to happen or whatever visions I can see. It's not even my business anymore. I don't even see it as something, as an ability I should sharpen to forward whatever I'm trying to do in life. But it was kind of scary at the same moment, because one thing I can do right now is go home right before I go to bed and get to that moment right before I go to bed, right before I start falling asleep, and I'm reminding myself to tell myself, show me something. That's what I'll say. I'll say, show me something. And last time I did that, a name came to mind, and then a couple of days later I seen him, and this person was my friend's cousin that I haven't seen since 1992, and that's the same person that was running through my head a couple of days before. So ever since then, I said, yeah, I'm done. I was like, even if I could do this or not, I'm not doing it, because it's a little too much for me to do. So I don't, I believe in all that because it's true. Yeah, it's kind of scary, because I don't, it's sometimes, I'm not supposed to. I just feel like it came to the conclusion I don't need to know. I don't care to know, actually. I do not care to know. There's one vision I'm hanging on.
There's nothing wrong
Well,
with
there's
that.
one vision.
Some people want to know everything, and I'm like, listen, you can't know everything.
You're not supposed to. Then what's going to be fun? If I knew I was going to succeed, then why is it going to be fun? I think the fun for me is the actual fight, the journey, and I'm kind of ruining it. I'm ruining that for myself, even though if I believe or not, whatever hokey dokey ability, but I believe it because I've seen it, I know it, and I've never been restricted by. That's why I probably never got too far with people, because I don't like to be restricted as far as how I imagine the world works, and that's served me way better than being restrictive and monotheistic.
Damn. So that's the
You
thing
don't
about
like being around
Vanantra,
people
right?
very much. You're more of a recluse.
I definitely am right now. I've been like that for the last few years as well. God bless the internet.
Ever since you told me I was an Earth Angel, my shoulders hurt.
Really?
Some big wings gonna rip out of you. You're gonna grow wings.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I'm serious. Like if you watch this entire podcast, can I get the full screen for a second?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Hey, I got.
If you rewatch this podcast on YouTube, like you should, because you should like, share, and subscribe.
Fuck yeah!
So you can get the Sweats and Steve show every week, Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Ever since you told me that I was a Earth Angel, if you rewatch this podcast, you're gonna see me like digging at my shoulders. And,
I noticed that.
Because I don't know why, but for some reason, like my bones kind of hurt and my shoulders are pretty itchy. It's weird.
What are you doing, Leanna? What are you doing to my cousin?
Could you be picking up somebody in the chat or something that's on this live? I think you're picking up somebody's energy.
Maybe.
I think there's something in here. That's or somebody in the chat.
Oh my
Probably.
gosh.
Why is he's freaked out? I think I
checked out.
freaked you out.
I am
Stop
freaked
eating all
out.
that
Check out,
Chick-fil-A,
Steve.
bro.
I'm shook.
Polynesian sauce going straight to your shoulders.
Oh, stop it.
I'm saying.
No, I really feel
Yeah.
that you're picking up. Does anybody have pain in here? It's on the live or in the chat?
My
I don't
existence
have
is
the-
Or in their neck?
I don't have pain.
Oh my god.
What do you
Alright,
have then?
Driscoll.
It just aches or what?
I think it's just being pains.
Me and
It's
Steve
just
are
being
having a
pains in the
direct
butt.
connection, and he's not ready for it. He
I
doesn't
want
want to
nothing
accept
to
it.
be-
He wants to
I don't
push it
want to be
out, but
connected
like
to you whatsoever.
it's we're already like this, and he's just like he's trying to pull away, and it's hurting his shoulders, the tension, because he just can't. He can't handle how much his spirit loves my spirit, because we're.
But how did you come up with
We're-
the fact
we're
that
one
you
and
have
the
three
same.
spirit animals again? Why do you
We're
have
one and
three
the
spirit
same.
animals? I don't
one
even
and the
have one
same.
spirit
I
animal.
think
Why
Steve
do
is
you have
freaked
three?
out.
You do have a spirit animal.
What's my spirit animal? How do I figure that out?
Let me.
That's a solid. So one big way to find spirit guides or spirit animals.
Makes
There's
sense,
like
Kathy.
you
That's
can
my
look
Freaked
spirit
out.
animal.
you can look at his spirit animals.
You'll be okay.
I like it. It's a good spirit animal.
I agree with you, Kathy.
So like animals like give you signs, and like one of your like main spirit animals, believe it or not, is the animal you connected the
freaked out.
most to as a
I have
child
some water.
growing up.
I've never had it. I'm sorry.
I saw a bee have a heart attack once. Is that my spirit animal?
Mm-hmm.
You poor bee.
No.
Bees are pretty important.
Yeah, save the bees. Hashtag save the
Straight
bees.
up,
Can we
save
get
the
some
bees.
hashtag save the bees in the chat if you're watching right now? Oh no, so Carlos, let me know if you're still with us. I'd like to get that read on you.
What was
but,
your favorite animal as a child, Steve?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, because I'd say mine's a
See?
rooster, but I've never even seen a
that
rooster in
silly
person.
Inner child part of Steve,
You're not really a cat person. You like dogs more.
It's just gone. It's out the windows. There's one day Steve, like, he turned 7.5 years old, and he's like, I'm gonna be executive CEO Steve from now on, and I don't give a fuck about anyone else unless you are mature and you eat 5 Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
I was.
That's it. That's all he wants.
There's nothing immature about eating 5 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Which
See,
is a
that's
real
all he
thing, I
cares
think.
about. That's all he cares about is
Oh.
the maturity of the situation.
I just think it's just.
Steve,
I
just
don't know.
embrace your inner eggplant. Just embrace
In real life, I'm actually very immature.
Oh my Lord, people.
Yeah. I just
rub your nipples a little, bro. Just relax.
Oh.
Do
There ain't nothing wrong with a good little
Oh,
nipple rub,
okay.
bro.
It's so
All right,
weird.
hold on. Hold the phone. I wanted Driscoll wanted a reading. Leanna, do you have any thoughts for Driscoll? Driscoll,
First of
sound
all,
off
that's
the
not
chat.
the
Give
real
her some
person.
info.
Yeah, I wanted to ask
Can
him
I-
a question.
Drusilla is a
Can I
real
go first?
person. He's
I
one of
want
my
to ask
mods.
Driscoll a question, and then I want to see what he says.
So his actual Facebook is banned
Driscoll.
right now.
I don't
And that's
know
why
if
he's
this
on
was
the
ever
Driscoll
thought of
profile.
maybe when you were younger, but I feel like something with dancing. Let me know, and then we'll continue on. At first, I want to know the answer to that question.
What's the question again, Leanna?
I feel like Driscoll has a connection with dancing. I don't know if it was when he's younger or now, but I feel there's a connection. So I want to know what he has to say about that, and then I'll continue on with the rest of what I
With
feel.
Danzig? Glenn Danzig?
With dancing.
Dancing.
Oh, with there's a Danzig. I'm like, what?
Dancing, like professional
He's a
dancing,
dancer.
like a professional dancer.
Okay. Well,
I
while we
understand.
wait,
No,
while we
it's
wait
nothing
for,
wrong with that. It's like
while we wait for Driscoll, let's see what he said.
His name is
Yes,
Jesus.
I like dancing. Okay.
his
All right.
name is Jesus, by the way. Just so you know.
have you ever wanted to
That's
do it
so-
professionally? Because I feel like you have a connection with that, and I feel like you're supposed to do that. That's your like life purpose,
To do what?
life path. Have you ever thought about teaching dancing, like dancing or something?
Holy
I
crap.
feel like you need some strategies. I'm getting like 2.5 years ago, 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, and I feel you haven't really healed from that yet. And I think something with dancing is going to connect you. You're going to heal. So through helping other people, it'll help yourself. That's what I feel with you. Let me know if that makes sense or not. Something
Okay,
there's a
yeah.
connection there.
Can I
It's
give
supposed to
my
help
reading
you
real quick?
heal.
Can I
Yeah,
get
go
my
ahead.
reading real quick? So, the guy, the fake Steve, the Bizarro Steve, like right over here somewhere. Yeah, this guy
Fake
right here.
Steve.
Yeah,
I'm
the
more
Bizarro
Steve than you'll.
Yeah, the Bizarro Steve.
Where's it
He
going?
said that guy's name.
He
He
left.
said that guy's name is. He said that guy's name is Jesus. Can I just tell you that Jesus is Spanish for Jesus, and if
Yeah.
your name is Jesus, it's all downhill because there was already a Jesus. So you're one of those
Yeah, but
guys
he got
that
his name.
if you
Yeah,
came
but
to
that wasn't
me,
his name.
if you came to me and like, hey, can you read my thing? I'd be like, yeah, okay. Well, what's your name? And my name's Jesus. Stop. It's all downhill from here. You don't get anything else. Whatever you're doing now, don't try to advance. Don't try to go forward. That's it. You're Jesus, and that's it. You're
My
done.
fans thought I was a fake Steve, but
Hey, is
Now what do
Jesus
you
a
got
Pisces?
Oh, boy.
Steve.
Hold up. I got a question. Is Jesus a Pisces?
100% real Steve official.
What is going on?
Okay, what is it? Crystal. Okay, let's get back on focus, people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finatra had a question.
I
Finatra, what was
feel
your
Steve
question?
is
Oh,
Steve, you need to take a drink of water.
Yeah,
I will
I think
look.
I need a drink of water too. God damn it!
so if
Thirsty after you
Jesus,
saw
Yeah,
me put
everybody
on the
take a
uniform.
breather. Everybody take a breather and take a drink of water, because I think
There's no
somebody
water
in
in this. I'm
chat is
fucked.
getting upset. We need to
There's
check
no
on that.
water in this. I'm fucked. Well, yeah. Well, everyone's getting a drink of water. I just want to say we got 21. We got 21 people in here right now who are watching. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you spending your time with us.
Oh,
It
cool.
feels
Thanks
so
everybody
good.
for being on.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for spending time with us. It's such a pleasure, and I'm so glad to be back with the show. Man, I really did miss this, man. But hopefully we stay on track for a little bit, and yeah, I miss this so much, and I'm glad to be back at it. And thank you all for everyone who's all my guests, especially Leanna. You're amazing, Leanna, Finatra, and Kaz. It's good to see you here as well. Finatra, so you had a question, my friend.
no, I was just making a statement saying if Jesus a Pisces?
I don't know.
He's a Capricorn. That's
I
what
don't
he
think
says.
so.
Really? A Capricorn. I don't know what
I thought
he was a
How do
Pisces.
you know
Well,
what he says? What's going on here? Where you
my
know
thing
what he
is-
says?
I have the stream up right here on my computer. I'm more
astrology
official than,
predates.
I
Look,
don't think it was
when
a
you
Pisces.
put on the
Christianity.
uniform, you become more Steve than Steve. I'm at work now. We're in
All
the
I know is
workflow.
what I've heard is that what they said is he died at 33 years old, but we don't know that because they've changed so much in time. We don't know what's the truth and what's not.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
See, Steve
They've
already
already
read
read
me
me
that I
that.
like ice cream. I put on the ice
I
cream
like ice
uniform.
cream.
Wait, that's
Boom.
not you, Cass. That's my friend Stosh.
Ice cream uniform, Steve, ice cream.
I want to see what's his name has to say about what I said. I'm still
yes.
waiting.
Let's go back to Driscoll. Then we'll get to Carlos. Let's see here. Step Up movies were an inspiration. Hell yeah!
Driscoll.
Good. Step Up movies. They're an inspiration to me as well. Driscoll. Yeah. Hell yeah.
He likes to dance.
So yeah.
He likes the dance.
Step
Yeah.
Up
So he
movies.
does like to dance. He does like to dance, Leanna.
But
let's see
ask him
here.
if there was a tragedy that took 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago.
Okay.
I'm a Capricorn.
Let's see here. Yeah, so was there a certain and you don't have to go into in depth if you don't want to, Driscoll, but so you're asking me if there was a certain tragedy about you or what's that?
2.5,
Well,
3 years ago, and I feel like dancing would help him heal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let us know, Driscoll.
I think he lost or something. He hasn't gotten over it.
Okay. Kathy says Steve's spirit animal, or one of them, is a bear. Don't mistake that with the lumbering animal that people think isn't cunning and graceful. Remember some of the things they accomplish and the adaptability of a bear and the absolutely hardcore they have.
And how good he is at hugging. I would know personally.
They're good fishermen. They could slap a fish
They
out
are.
of water
Well,
really
I said
good.
that earlier. I said he comes off like he doesn't care, but he's actually a really good person.
He's a big
But I
old teddy
can't
bear.
climb. But that's where you guys are wrong because I can't climb a tree to save my life.
That's not what you said.
I'm gonna make an
No,
extra.
I'm saying
What?
you're actually a really nice person. And people thinking that.
I
He's a
don't
stand
know.
nowhere and hippie.
Everybody have a good night because I'm gonna cut out here in a minute. So thank you very much, Sweats and Steve, and
Hey,
Leanna,
Sinatra.
nice to meet you, and Mirror World, Steve.
It was nice to meet you too.
Mirror
Yeah,
World.
thanks,
Sinatra.
You too.
Bye, Sinatra.
All right, peace out, bro.
All right,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
stopping by, bro.
In the real world, I'm Steve. In the real world.
Let's see. Drizzle has something to say. He says, "No tragedies yet this year. I received bad news that both my parents were diagnosed with HIV." Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Drizzle. I think she
I
was.
don't know
like
if
2-3 years
this is.
ago.
I don't know if that's a real thing. I don't know if we can trust a guy with the last name of Knockin' Llamas.
You think he's lying?
I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I don't mean
lying?
to. I don't mean
So
to be.
You're suspicious. You're suspicious of.
I don't
Drizzle
mean to be
in
so
reality.
crass. I
His
haven't seen a
spirit-
serious. I haven't seen a serious comment.
Hey,
from this
use your
person, so
intuition. What does your intuition tell you?
Yeah, what's your intuition say, Steve? Do you think?
my
do you think-
intuition is telling me that it's a miracle that this person can spell HIV. So that's what my intuition is telling me.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my! Let us know, Drizzle. All jokes aside, are you being serious right now? Well, she wasn't. She was asking about tragedies about what was it, Leanna? Like 2.5 or 3 years ago? Is that
2.5,
was the
3 years
question?
ago, yeah.
Yeah, that's what she's asking, Drizzle.
Yeah.
If let us know if you're telling the truth. Hell yeah! Shout out to Finatra. Thank you.
It's kind
for
of a
the
big matzo ball to drop on someone.
Yeah, it is. Jokes aside,
Exactly.
for my alt account, this is real life situation. Okay, all right. So this is a real life situation. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Obviously,
Okay.
but
Yeah, that's too bad.
a tragedy from 2.5 to 3 years ago. Let us know. No, nothing happened 2 or 3 years ago. Okay. What are you
Is that a
sensing?
male that passed away?
Say it again.
A male that passed away.
A male that passed away.
That he knew. Driscoll. I don't know how to say his last name.
I could just
I mean,
say
that
his
he
first
knew that
name.
was around his age.
I wish we didn't have to say his name whatsoever.
Oh well, while we're waiting for Drizzle, actually, let's get.
Can
to
we tell
Carlos.
people to unsubscribe? I think this guy should unsubscribe. Just go.
No, I need the followers and all the subs I can get. Drizzle, make sure
I
you
think
follow
we'll
and
be okay.
subscribe.
I'll create a Facebook and
You're
I'll
funny. You
replace
two
okay.
are funny as hell.
this guy can go.
It's funny
Well,
because you
I
and
wanna-
Sweats are so opposite that it works. It works good though. It's funny.
You know what, Leanna? That's what a lot of people tell us. That's
Yeah,
a lot of people
right?
tell us that we're very opposite to each other.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang, I suppose.
Very opposite.
Which I mean, okay. Before we get to Carlos's read, what are the obvious differences that between me and Steve? Because I don't know. Sometimes I feel like me.
Whoa! Which Steve?
I'm talking
The real
about.
Steve, not the fake
The
Steve.
Steve or
Sweats and Steve.
Yeah, that's right.
Why do you have so
Steve
many
right there that's wearing
costumes?
the black.
Why do you have so many costumes in your closet?
why don't you have costumes? That's what I want to know. Why don't
You're not
have
gonna.
Oh, you guys.
You're not gonna. Why is the back of your wall green?
Don't make me,
That's a weird
because I'm a streamer.
color. So you
I was
just
gonna
colored your
say-
wall green? You just
I
colored
was
it green?
gonna say.
Hell
I
yeah!
was
This is my studio.
I was gonna say to Cass's point, it would have been nice if you had at least one costume in your closet, Steve.
You know what?
Because
You know
well,
what?
just
I'll
because
break
of the
out.
Halloween
I'll break
special.
out the Mike Guy costume right now.
Just-
and
just
walk
for the
you with
Halloween
some
special.
taijutsu.
Maybe next Halloween, Steve.
I don't think so. You know
That
what?
Halloween was fun, you guys. That was cool.
Oh, that was
You
great.
know what?
That was great.
You know what I think is interesting is how many people have come on this show and pretended to be me. That is so alarming.
Yo, it is not my fault
Nobody can be.
that we look similar. I'd say we don't look alike.
No,
First off,
Nobody can
your
be Steve,
eyebrows
right?
are significantly smaller than my eyebrows. All right,
That's true.
our
You
teeth,
have, like,
our teeth actually do kind of look similar in a way. It's kind of weird.
Well,
And we're both dark-haired people with beards, right? So that's the thing.
well, Cass, he's not lying. I have a friend, Mark, who appears on the show every now and then, and he was pretending to be Steve at some point. He was trying to mimic his words and everything. It was pretty funny. So he's not wrong. A lot of people come on here tried to play Steve.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Often imitated, never duplicated.
Yeah, there you go, Steve. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat.
All right.
Let's see here. Okay, so I think introvert and extrovert is the main difference. Okay, all right, that's Kathy's analysis. This was pretty fair.
Well, yeah. And Sweats more is hard on his sleeve too.
You have to take it on the world, and Leanna, I have honestly never had suffered any tragedy. Everything that has happened with this year, honestly. Well, I think she was referring to something in the past. Maybe Driscoll,
Yeah,
maybe
I don't
just
think he's
not one of those.
understanding.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Driscoll's just maybe not one of maybe his future, maybe his past is like mired in some energy or something like that. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
I feel like he's.
maybe
Go ahead.
maybe he's not
Sorry.
as receptive to it. Maybe he's not receptive to it. I don't know.
Share thoughts.
Oh, hell yeah. There we go.
I'd never buy a used mattress, but sleeping in a hotel is fine.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, some good insight right there. Absolutely.
You guys want to
that
get
one.
the Carlos's reading?
What's that?
You guys want to get the Carlos's reading?
Yeah. Let's get to Carlos's reading. So it says the humor that is out there in your face. Steve has the more sarcastic sense of humor.
Yeah.
I agree with that as well. All right. So yeah, let's get to Carlos's reading. I know Stash put something down there. We'll see that in a minute. So Carlos. Yeah. So let me go up here. So yeah,
You want to bring him on or no?
I don't think he'll come on. I mean, if you want to, Carlos, I'll put it in. I'll put the link in the chat if you want to join. But Carlos
He's kind of
my
shy.
cousin. Oh, he's kind of shy. Okay, so that's your initial take. I could give you some surrounding
get to know him.
information.
Oh, don't do it.
Don't do it. Okay, I won't give you any information.
Yeah, don't tell me
regarding
anything.
Carlos. Okay. All right, Leanna.
So
do
he's
your
your cousin.
thing.
How many cousins do you have?
Too many.
A lot. Too many. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can name a couple.
You got
I can name a couple we could get
a
rid
brother from another mother.
if they're not subscribed to the Sweats and Steve show.
All right, we'll
I'd
get
be
you,
down.
Stash. We'll get you. All right. Go ahead, Leanna.
And Carlos, what's the Carlos, right?
Yes, I'll put him on the.
Okay.
Here.
And his immediate family. He's like,
yes.
Is there something to do with a twin or somebody lost a twin? That you know of?
Wow.
Steve, you're saying wow?
I'm saying wow. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going, Leanna. I'm liking where this is going.
You want me to keep going or wait to hear what he has to say?
Anything else that's pertinent on your mind? If not, we'll wait to hear what he says.
Okay, I'll keep going. And then when he lets you know what he says, just let me know. Okay, sometimes I just like to validate so I know I'm continuing on the right road. But that's what I feel. Like, first off, I heard there's something with the twin. And I feel like Carlos, your mom, okay. I feel like for some reason you feel like you've always had to be the one to kind of take the burdens off of people throughout your life. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just like, you feel like you had to be the one to be there for everybody. Like, provider for, I'm talking about your immediate family, not your two cousins up here. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like there's something, I think there's something you forgot about, or somebody you forgot about that wants to get in contact. There's somebody that, let me rephrase this. There's somebody that's trying to get in contact with you I don't know if you don't want to talk to this person or not, but there's some kind of conflict. Let me know if that makes sense. I'll read everything when I'm done. And then I feel like you're supposed to make peace with this person because just to get closure. I'm not saying you have to be in this person's, but I feel I'm here to tell you that you need to make peace if you can. Sometimes, you know, you don't want to talk to somebody again because of whatever circumstances. But I feel like the peace, it needs to be made sometime, you know, whenever you're ready. But there's somebody in your past that I feel there's a big altercation, fallout. I don't know. I'm just getting somebody.
Okay. Well, apparently he's impressed.
Twin,
yeah.
That's the first thing I picked up. There was a twin. Okay, what did he say so far?
He says, I'm impressed. I think
can you let me know if that makes sense?
Yeah, apparently it is.
Yes.
Apparently.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So who was the twin? Your mom, you said?
Yeah.
Your mom. Okay. Immediately I saw twins. I'm like, they're twins. I thought you were connected to that somehow, but maybe you just feel like you have to protect your mom for some reason. There's definitely an altercation, like something bad. And I feel this person wants to make peace with you. Like they're going to try. I don't know if you'll be willing. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. You have free will. I feel you should make peace, but that's ultimately your choice. The only reason I say that is because it'll help you heal from things and have closure, whatever, and move on. But you might not be able to make peace because I do feel it was something pretty bad. But that's, you know, that's up to you, what you want to do. But I'm just here to, you know, I'm just a messenger. So what did he say?
We'll wait to see what he says. He hasn't said anything yet. But thank you for that, Leanna. We'll wait to see. Another person, if you wouldn't mind, who wanted a little bit of reading was Stash here or Stanley. He says, I'd like a reading if there's time. I don't know. Are you picking up anything immediately off of Stash?
Okay. Something with a military or family military, or you were forced into something, or your family or your grandparents, somebody wanted you to go, maybe, and you didn't want to go. There's some kind of another, like, maybe when you're in high school, right, a lot of people are unsure what to do. So the parents or brothers or sisters, uncles, cousin will say, well, go here, do this or that. I feel that you either went to the military or you did something that you didn't want to do. It was like right out of high school. You jumped into something you didn't want to do, something happened, and I feel like you regretted it ever since. I don't know if you're like older. I don't think it was like something that happened 30 years ago, but it's something like, I'm getting like something right out of high school. Something happened with you. And I feel like you have a lot of regrets from that. I feel like you were pushed into something that you didn't want to do. So you could have been, when you graduate, what, you're 17, 18, 19, depending? Somewhere around those times, like that time frame, give or take. I'm just seeing what he says.
He hasn't said anything yet, but Carlos has said something. He says, I'm impressed.
Okay.
Really good. On the money. Damn. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Carlos.
Hell yeah. Anything else off of Carlos that you're sensing?
I don't know if he has his, like if he's trying to get, what's that called? That card called? Do you guys know what it's called? I can't think of the name of it. Or somebody's trying to, he knows he's trying to get, no, not like a, do you know somebody that's trying to get their green card? Or you're talking to some, I don't know. There's a couple of things I'm picking up.
Yeah.
Either you are trying to get this, or you know somebody that is. And there's also somebody else that you might meet that might scam you for just a green card. So it's like 3 different situations, I'm saying, with Carlos.
Wow. I think
don't say anything. Wow. I want to hear what he says.
He says, yeah, he says, wow. He says, wow.
Don't tell me, Sweats. I want to know.
No, I'm not gonna tell you.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, he says well, yeah, he's feeling it. You're definitely onto something. Wow.
Does he remind you of anyone?
Be careful though. Huh?
Does he remind you of anyone?
Carlos?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I have seen him before or something. I mean, I feel like I know who he is. I know. I'm not sure who. But there's some connection. I'm just not sure what.
Okay. Earlier you said watch out or be careful. What be careful, watch out, be careful about what?
With Carlos?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody tried to scam him just to get a green card. There's like 3 different situations with a green card, and one of them was he's either talking to somebody or he might be, down the road that might scam him just to get a green card. Or there might be a scam going on. He needs to watch out for that. He's,
okay, we'll wait to
I'm not
see
saying
what
he's
he says
totally
about
trusting.
that.
I'm not saying he's totally trusting, but he's kind of, it's just hard sometimes to know. I mean, some people you think are trustworthy, they're not, and then vice versa. It's hard.
And
I feel like either he's trying to get his green card or he knows somebody that's trying to get their green card to come over here.
Really, just really quick. So Carlos is actually my brother.
Oh.
Right, yeah. I forgot to make that clarification a while back ago.
Yeah, I didn't want to make that. I didn't want to make that connection between.
Okay,
I wanted to see if you had gotten there. Yeah.
I probably would have if I kept talking to him.
What is the? Where do you think? Like, are you ever able to say anything like that? Are you ever able to distinguish anything like that, like connections between people?
Yeah, I can. I was really focused on the green card because I'm concerned about that. So my mind was just on that. But yeah, I can. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I do. But I do want to say that I do my readings, like I explain how I do them, and sometimes I get certain messages that come through, so I just have to focus on them until we figure out why and what the answer is. I don't like to leave people feeling confused, when I give a reading. I want to make sure they understand it and they walk me like feeling not confused. So to me, that's important.
Yeah.
Well,
so I'm curious about this green card. We'll come back to him.
Yeah, we'll come back to this. And I'm gonna mute real quick, Cass, just for the typing and stuff.
Yeah, you're good. Here, I'll mute.
All right. But let's see. Stash typed something back in. It says I'm 24, nothing military, but was forced into work at 16 and never had a chance to explore anything I'd want to do. That could seem like
okay.
I could see a connection there from what you were saying earlier. Any remarks on that?
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like it's kind of like been a theme throughout his whole life. And I don't mean it's disrespectful, but I feel like he's been kind of controlled by his parents. Which your parents, you have to listen to them, when you're not an adult, which I can get. But you also have to let your kids be able to, do it. Especially when you become an adult, you should be able to have a little bit more leeway to do what you want within reason. I feel his parents are very controlling of him in many different ways. It's not healthy because I feel like he needs to get out more, spread his wings on his own, and figure out for himself what he wants to do, and not let other people make his decisions for him. So it's not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to help you out and give you some good advice too, because I feel like you might miss out on a lot of missed opportunities if you let other people kind of do what you do and don't do. I don't mean that any way disrespectful. It's just kind of what I feel.
Okay.
Sweats, he said.
Thank you. Shout out to D-Wags in the chat. Shout out to Jason as well. Yeah, let us know what you think about that, Stash and Carlos. If you have anything else, like any other remarks that you have as well, that'd be good.
I'd like to talk to Carlos a little bit more.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do one if you may, Leanna. Let's get one more
Sure.
reading in, because I kind of wanted to
Okay.
start slowing things down a little bit as we
Right. I
kind of round
understand.
out the show. Yeah. So let's
Okay.
see here. Thanks, Kaz, for coming. I appreciate it, man. It was good to see you here, man. I wasn't expecting you, but I hope you got some insight and some entertainment. And thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing a piece of yourself on this, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the honesty and the openness. Um, let's see here. Where was I gonna go to? Let's get a reading on Jason. I listened to my parents less than I didn't. Okay. Let's see. Carlos is still here. Yeah, thanks, Juan or Cass. Thanks for coming by, man. I
You're
appreciate
welcome,
it, bro.
Juan.
Yes, thank you. Let's see here. Stash says it was a bit that way when I was younger, but now it's been my own choices, and they've been very accepting of that, and we have a good relationship. Oh, well, that's good to hear.
Okay.
That's really
That
good
is
to
good to
hear.
hear. I'm
Yeah.
glad. That's really good. I'm glad for
Absolutely.
that.
Any other questions that you may have, Stash, to ask Leanna? Just type them in the chat. Let us know. Yeah, and the same for you as well, Carlos. If you have any other questions for Leanna or Leanna or in regards to Stash, or you know what, let's see if they have anything to say or to let's see if they have anything else to say. But let's get Jason in here as we kind of wrap things out, round things out. What are you
Okay.
getting from Jason? I'm sure you know Jason, right?
Yeah.
He
Yeah, I
said
Absolutely.
I
do.
had.
We've talked.
He said that I have caterpillar. He said it's better than having caterpillar eyebrows. I
Oh
saw
my.
that.
Hey, caterpillar
Jason is
eyebrows. And
going back and forth on a big decision. It's a life change, which I can understand. But I feel like you should do what you need to do. It's ready. It's time for you to take the chance and go. Take that move. You're going to have more opportunities if you do move than if you stay. I know it sounds crazy and weird. You don't understand what I mean, but to be honest with you, Jason, I feel if you don't go, you're going to regret it the rest of your life. And you're going to be, and I don't mean this disrespectful, of course, but I feel like you feel kind of stuck. Like you want to do things, but you're like, I don't know. And you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're probably a person that sits up all night thinking about it over and over. You know what I mean? Which is fine. It's not a bad thing. But here's the thing. I think your success lies in when you move on. There's people I think you're taken care of because you feel responsible for them or whatever, which is fine. But I think there's things that you want to do or you need to do. And where you're living now, you can't do them. Which is, it's okay. I mean, it's good that you want to help other people. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like if you can move even in a different city, your energy would be better. And the things you want, your successes would come in more for you. For some reason, where you're living now, your energy is not good. I mean, I know you try the best you can. I just feel like it'd be good if you just got out of that whole situation. I feel like there's a lot of drama surrounding it. He said, she said kind of stuff. And for your best overall, like even health, I feel you're stressed a lot. Yeah, if you could just move out of that situation, I think things would even be better for you. Like overall, financially, mentally, physically, spiritually. I know it's hard because we're in the COVID, but I think you can do it. I think you're going to get an opportunity to be able to move. I just don't know if you're sure you want to do it because a lot of people stay in their comfort zone, so they don't like change. But I think for you, it would be fine. I think you would be happier if you move. Like I said, even if it's just in the next city over. If you don't want to leave the state, that's fine. But just even one city over would be good, good for you. I want to swing from the chandelier.
okay. I was just commenting on that. Let's see here. Jason, I think he responded over here. Let me pull this back up. Said, what about what I said earlier tonight? Do you remember
when I was making fun of my eyebrows? I was just like, my eyebrows are very far from each other, and I didn't realize. It's like the first time I saw myself. I remember he put the comment of, "It's better than having caterpillar eyebrows." So.
I think
Lord,
your
funny.
eyebrows. are perfect the way they are, Steve.
It's a lot of distance. It's like a whole pinky away from
No,
each other.
you don't
But yeah.
need to change a dang
What
thing
if
about
they're-
yourself. You're perfect just the way you are.
Yeah, I
Thank
think your
you.
eyebrows are social distancing, Steve.
That's great.
That's hilarious. I love that.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
gosh.
6
Okay.
feet.
So-
6 feet apart.
Jason, are you talking about the dream? I was impressed with the reading. Thank you, Carlos. I
Yeah,
appreciate
so I
that.
think Carlos is satisfied, which that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Super accurate.
Yeah.
Steve looks
Mickey
like
says,
Kit Harington.
Ahoy. Steve Harrington.
Thanks
Dizzle
for
says thank
reading
you for
that.
the reading.
Practice my lean with the rock with it.
Yeah, he's gonna go practice dancing now. He's gonna get back to his dancing. That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
It'll be healing for him.
Good.
Where
Can
should
I
I look
answer
for
this one?
direction?
Can I answer this one?
Yes, please do it. Answer it.
Internally. Look for direction internally, Stanley. No one's going to give you the direction that you need for yourself. Like, I can't sit here and be like, go left, go right, go this way, go that way. I can't do that for you. Sweat, no one can do that for you. The only person who can do that for you is you.
Yeah, there you go, solo.
You, Stanley.
You got that, Stosh? You got any
That's
remarks,
very good
Leanna?
advice.
You're
any
the only
remarks?
one that can do that for you, okay? You pick yourself up by your boots, by your bootstraps, okay? And you fucking go, Stanley. Stash. You go. I don't know where you're going. You just go. You say, this is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. What?
That's
You
beautiful.
want to be in the position that you're in right now? I don't think so. You go, okay?
Yeah.
You're funny.
Shower thoughts.
Oh hell yeah! Here you go.
The show Who Wants to Be. Oh, let me do this. The show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire becomes less impressive every year with inflation.
Wow.
I'm proud of that one. It's
Pretty
not.
good.
I mean, it's not as important. I mean, Who Wants to Be, like, when I was in 8th grade, it was awesome, but now it's just like, who the fuck
Have you
is
ever
a
wrote
millionaire?
poetry by any chance, Steve?
Only when I serenaded my wife, and that was
I'd like to hear some of that.
I think he would be good at that, actually.
maybe if I met my wife at a younger age, I would have been more. I would have. I blame my wife. As any successful husband, I'll blame my wife. I didn't meet her early enough, so I couldn't get the poetry out, so I couldn't do all that. It's her fault. It's her fault.
Yeah, I honestly like to hear what some of that poetry to Fiona sounds like.
It was
seems pretty interesting.
basically me just begging her to go out with me. That's basically what it was. It was my poetry.
That good. Well, it worked out. It was good. It was beautiful enough
It
poetry.
worked out,
Anyway.
yeah. It worked out.
Yeah,
We're
there you
fine.
go.
We're all
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I just don't get Chick-fil-A ever.
So, Leanna, did
What'd
you
you
have
do?
any?
Put the ring in a Chick-fil-A sandwich?
Yeah, right. I should have.
Leanna, so did you have any other advice for Stash as far as looking for
Yeah,
direction?
as Steve was talking, I did get something. He was saying about, look within, and I totally agree with him. That was actually really good advice. I also heard that there's somebody he doesn't want to leave behind. I think that's why you're kind of teetering on a choice, and you don't want to leave somebody behind. I feel like if the person's meant to be with you, whether it's a friend, relationship, whatever it is you're in, they'll follow you. If they're not meant to be with you, then you won't. Sometimes you do have to leave people behind to pursue your own happiness. Also,
Maybe you're the person you're trying to leave behind, Stanley. Let me just blow your mind with that. Maybe you don't want to be who you are now, and you're like, I want to move forward and become somebody different. And you know what, Stanley, if that's your goal, if that's your motive, don't look at it and be like, well, you know what, I don't have anybody around me, or I love everyone I'm with, or my mother, Dorothy lady, she's a wonderful person, and I think she's great. You can take her with you. Just become who you want to be, Stanley. Like I said, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and go. I don't know what you're waiting for. Did you put your boots on yet, Stanley? Can you put that in the comment below? Did you put on your boots yet? Do you have your boots on, Stanley?
Wow.
Yeah, it sounds like pretty sound advice. What do you think, Leanna?
I think it's pretty wise. I mean, he said it a different way than I do. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just different way of saying it, but doesn't mean it's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Steve's ever wrong about anything. I don't know. I think he's more right than wrong. Let's see here.
Yes.
What is that called? I'm not sure what he's talking about.
What is that called?
You have great eyebrows,
Great
Steve.
eyebrows,
Minimum. Well, there you go. Your eyebrows got some fans out there, you know?
Hey.
Not being insecure over your eyebrows. You look fine.
If I could grow those,
You could
I
have
would show
worse
those.
things.
If I
You
could
could have
grow
worse
those, I would
things,
show
Steve.
those.
Your eyebrows are fine.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right,
Stanley said fair
absolutely.
enough.
Steve is so spot on with that
Steve is
answer.
so
Okay.
spot on. I know. Wasn't that good, Kathy? I'm telling you, he's in tune.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I just made the
sang that
like.
like
Oh, thank you. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Shout out to
was cool.
D-Wag. They say I'm like a
I'm
poet who didn't even realize. All right, peace out, Carlos. I hope you liked your reading, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. Take care, man. Have a good night. Let's see here. You put on your big boy pants. Yeah, that's the other thing. Big boy pants and bootstraps. You know, that's an important thing. The important comment. My boots were made for walking. That's what they should do, bitch. That's what they should do.
You're funny.
Let's wrap this up because it's already midnight.
All right, let's do it. Everyone is a different day to day. You grow spiritually and mentally every day. Yes,
That's
Kathy.
right.
That is beautiful. You are a ray of sunshine. Absolutely, Kathy. D-Wag says, if Steve is wrong, then I don't want to. Then I don't want to be right.
Oh Lord.
Hell yeah! I think D-Wag's your biggest fan, Steve. I'm just gonna say that right now.
I got a lot of them. Get in line, D-Wag.
Jesus Lopez says, hello guys, good vibes sent your way. Thank you so much, Jesus. I appreciate it, man.
Do you know who that is? How did he get here?
I do. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, he's popped in a few of my my sweats plays. What's going on,
Okay.
Jesus? We're kind of gonna be wrapping up the show here, but I appreciate you stopping by, man. I really do. I might as well should put this right now. I'm so sorry, Leanna. I didn't flash this before. So
Oh, stop. It's fine.
yeah. So if you want to get your very own in-depth reading from Leanna, you can. Where should people contact you through your Facebook page or your Facebook profile? Okay. So yeah, if you go onto Facebook, if you use Facebook, look up Leanna Lake, message her, send her a friend request and let her know what you're looking for in terms of a reading. And she will help you out and she will help you. I appreciate all that she's done here on the show tonight. I really do. And yeah, that's where you can find her. Yeah, thank you for the outro. I appreciate that. All right, hell yeah. Shout out to D-Wag as well. Can we just send her a dono for dealing with the old crazy?
That works too.
Yeah.
That works too.
That's adorable. Yeah. How sweet.
Yeah, man.
These guys are crazy, but they're awesome. I had a good
time. Hell yeah.
You guys are funny.
Thank you. We try. And I think tonight was a really good episode. I really thank you all.
Can I just end on one thing? Can I get the full screen? And Leanna, I think that you will wholeheartedly agree with this. We've done a lot of readings here today. Yes. Leanna has done a fantastic job. But one thing that I want to tell everyone is the best way to see someone is to not look at them.
Wow.
Damn.
You're a fire tonight.
Say it again, Steve. Say it again.
But you're not creative or anything, though, right?
Yeah, he is creative.
And I stole that from Jay-Z, okay? The best way to see someone is to not look at them.
I like that a lot.
That should be yours. You can have that.
Yeah,
From
there you
Jay-Z to Steve to Leanna. That is
Okay,
yours.
write it
That
down.
you take that.
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, you take that. That's your headline. That is yours. You know,
I
you
love
take
that. Thank you. That's amazing.
You keep that. You thank Jay-Z when you see him. When you read Jay-Z's,
Okay.
you tell them, you know who put me on
I'll get right
to
on
that
that.
phrase. You or Steve did because he watched a music video where he said that. And now I
Me and
say
Jay-Z,
it,
we're going to hook up next week. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
You never know.
Yeah,
Right?
he needs some guidance in his life. You know, he's not too big for his britches, you know?
Yeah.
I think
You never
I think
know,
you
right?
can help him out with that.
Yeah.
Kathy says, I want Steve's comments on my thoughts when we was talking about his life-changing episode. I answered it before, but before you said anything, I need to know if I was exact on that. Do you want to touch on that at all, Steve, or you just want to kind of call it? Maybe
what was the comment?
I'm not too sure.
Were.
Yeah, real quick, Kathy, if you could like kind of refresh us. There's been so many chats, so it's kind of hard to remember anything. While I wait for you to respond, though, let me just give some thank yous, some definite thank yous are in order. Thank you all so much who liked, who shared, who watched. Some of the things that I have going on for the rest of the week. I'm probably gonna be doing a Sweats Plays on Friday night. I won't be playing Visage because I like to keep that for Sundays, but maybe I'll play some Dead Space or maybe I'll even do a music stream. I'm not too sure, but I'll probably do that later on Friday night. Sunday night, I'll definitely be playing Visage again. And tomorrow I plan on putting out a little mini clip of the best part of Visage playthrough number 2. Where I was the most scared I've ever been. And honestly, you know what? Maybe I could kind of play that right now real quick. Only for Kathy. But yeah, so Friday night and Sunday night is what I got planned. Leanna, do you have any plans? I know you're running deep with the Paranormal and the Funhouse crew, the Funheads.
Oh my God, you guys. It's amazing. Check them out if you haven't already. They are amazing. It's all legit. There's no scripted. It's all the real deal. So check them out.
You can.
I know Friday we're going to do an episode. You know, I'm not sure where, but I'm not sure what's going on tomorrow. But we're going to be real busy, so there's going to be a lot of things coming up. Live streams.
Absolutely.
And whatnot.
So if you
we're investigating
Facebook, all right. Where were you going to say, Leanna?
Oh no, I was just saying that we're investigating like these people that the lady here knows. It's her friend, and we're investigating their home. It's on a land like with Native Americans. It was also like an army military base. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of activity. So we're going to talk to these people next Tuesday and investigate their house. So it should be cool.
Yeah, and in order to go
interesting stuff.
Right, absolutely, for sure. I'll probably hop in there in the chat as well. But if you want to watch that, go to @FunUniform on Facebook and follow, and you could see it. You can see the live streams there. Let's go ahead and read Kathy's comment here, and we'll go ahead and close out the show.
You didn't ask me what I got going on.
Oh, yeah. What you got going on? I know that next episode we definitely have to get to your Hereditary review. We didn't really have time for that this week.
I didn't like it. I'll tell you right now.
I definitely want to hear about more in depth next week. So hold on to that. But what are you doing? What are your plans, Steve?
Nothing. I'll be back on the internet next Wednesday.
No, but like, what you gotta go to the DMV or something this week. You gotta.
I got to work tomorrow. I'm off on Friday. I'm going to spend time with the family on Friday. Saturday, I might talk Fiona into getting an apple pie and eating the whole thing.
Record it so we can play it on the stream.
Nah, that's okay. And then Sunday is football Sunday. Probably make some turkey chili, and maybe some cornbread. Make some cornbread.
Okay. We're coming to your house for dinner then.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
What the Bears? The Bears are on. And I think that's probably what I got going on. So then I'll be back on the internet on Wednesday, And yeah, I'll have more shower thoughts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a fucking plan right there,
Yep.
ladies and
You
gentlemen.
guys do an
Let's see.
episode every Wednesday?
Yes, we do.
Well, we try. Sometimes
We try. Yeah.
life gets in the way, and
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Okay. So let's start from the beginning here. I want Steve's comments on my thoughts when he was talking about his life-changing episode. I answered it before you said anything. I need to know if I was exact on that. He asked Leanna about his life-changing event. I answered with becoming a daddy after his wife. His wife is what made him be more conscious about the risks he was taking and the outcomes of that on his new family. Did you get all that, Steve?
I did. That's not directly everything. I think it's a long quagmire. I think we could just do a whole episode. I think we can make a movie of that part of my life.
You need to.
Yeah, I mean that's a story for you. Let me tell you. Woo, I wipe my
You need
face.
to tell your story.
Yeah,
Steve needs to tell a story. Sweats, get on him.
I don't think. I just don't think that there's anybody in Hollywood that can carry this big of a beard, Leanna. I mean, we see these other beard guys that come in here. I mean, they don't have it. They don't have it. You know, they
got
get his book of world record.
They got stiff competition. Oh, Leanna says I sent something.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Wow. Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, Jesus.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Let me run this again. Jesus, I don't know if you use Facebook at all. Or Leanna, do you have a YouTube account at all or anything like that? Or
I
no?
don't.
Well, yeah, Jesus, if you want to get in touch with Leanna, I don't know if you use Facebook or not, but I think you should, so you can get in contact with her at least. Get into contact with her, and if you want a reading, just let her know. She will not disappoint. I can guarantee you that. But thank you for that donation.
That was really kind.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that, bro. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope to see you on Friday night or Sunday night for the Sweats place, man. Honestly, it's fun to have you in there, man. Yes, I know that is just hitting the high spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I became a little bit more conscious. So I donated an organ to someone very close to me. I think that's what turned everything. That is what turned everything around for me, because it was just like I was one person before that, right? And then I was someone before that, and I wasn't somebody that anybody really liked or wanted to be around. I was misguided and whatnot at that stage in my life. So the opportunity to do that came up, and I took it. And it was a situation where I think anybody would do it. And so I did that, and then I just remember waking up. I remember waking up and being alone in my hospital room, and just remember thinking like, yeah, I just woke up with a different mindset. Took some time to get out of that, but ultimately, I mean, here I am, and I'm with my wife, I'm with my son. I left behind after like a year or two later. I left behind boxing because I just thought it's actually really a cool story, because in my Golden Gloves fight, I fought in the Golden Gloves. I knocked the guy down twice. He knocked me down once. And, simple math, the guy who knocks the guy down twice wins the fight, right? Well, I spit out my mouthpiece. It took a point away from me. And then he ended up winning by a split decision of 1 point. Anyway, that night, Fiona and I, I'm sorry? That next Friday, if I had won, I would have gone out. I would have gone to the next round of the Golden Gloves, but since I lost, I didn't go. So I called Fiona and I said, "Hey, let's go get dinner." And then, we went to dinner, and then everything started to blossom and flourish after that. And then, after that, I just decided, hey, I'd rather get married to my wife and start a life with her. I'd rather get married to my girlfriend and start a life with her than, sit in a stinky fucking gym.
Yeah.
sit in a stinky fucking gym and get punched. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's not, it was fun while it lasted, but there's a date and time for everything, right? Like, nobody fights forever. I wasn't fighting for millions of dollars. I was fighting for $35 a match. You know what I mean? So I said, I'd rather go out with, with my girlfriend at the time. I'd rather go out with Fiona. I'd rather invest in a life with her. So when you were saying everything, just to kind of close the loop on my reading, when you were saying everything about being on a stage and kind of walking away from it, I guess there is a part of me that wanted to like have that glory of, I was a Golden Gloves champion. I wanted that self-aggrandizement. I didn't say the word right, but you know what I mean. I wanted that kind of self-appreciation. But at the end of the day, can I get the full screen, Sweats?
Sure, go ahead.
At the end of the day, I woke up. Let me put this right here. Let me just make sure that I'm good right there. At the end of the day, I realized one thing after that time of boxing. A crown doesn't make a king, and a belt doesn't make a champion. And it's like, you just define who you are as a person, right? You put your foot in that ground and you say, I don't need that. I don't need that external like gratification. You know what I mean? Like, my championship is being with my wife and my son. Like that's what it is. It does nothing
That's
else.
so sweet.
That is very sweet.
It really,
man.
it really doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter that I'm.
That is so sweet.
And yeah, but that's that's my reality too. So I hear what you're saying about like going back and like going and do that stuff. Look, if I drew you a picture right now, he'd be like, "Boy, you better stick to work. You better not quit your day job." I'm not artistic whatsoever, but when you were saying that, I related that to boxing. I related that to to the other piece of it, to the other piece of my life. But I have no ambition of doing that. Maybe my son. Maybe I lead my son. That's what I think about. But if he doesn't want to do it,
That'd be
if he doesn't want
badass.
to do it and he wants to, play baseball, I'm okay with that. And that's fine. Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Steve. That was beautiful. I
Well,
like
yeah,
that
I
a
mean,
lot.
Leanna
Yeah, I
did
appreciate
such a
that.
great job. Yeah, Leanna did such a great job. So I just wanted to kind of bring mine back.
Yes, that was beautiful. I appreciate that. Let me read some of these last comments and then we'll call it. By the way, I forgot to mention, I have a new song coming out next weekend. Like, where the hell? That's Spotify, YouTube, Tidal, Amazon, the works. So in case you're listening to that, just expect that, and I'll make more announcements about it. But I just want to let everyone know about that as well. Next Saturday, I believe, and maybe I'll do a track breakdown of it as well. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, so go ahead. Yeah, Jesus, reach out to Leanna, and I'm sure she'll wouldn't mind giving you a reading for your donation. Yes, I thought that was too private for me to talk about. Okay, that was pretty profound experience for you. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. So that you're highly recommended for casual. So I'll be around for sure and try. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, bro. Really, thanks a lot, man. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you
big
so
pop.
much. I appreciate it.
I love it when you call me, I love it when they call me Big Pop. But throw your hands up in the air if you're a true player. Okay, let's see here. If I was there, Steve, I'd say you won, bro.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, he's the people's champ. See, you grew from that being a husband and in life than trying to do something that is just for yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Well,
That's true.
ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Sweats and Steve show number 18, featuring the psychic gypsy / spiritual reader, Leanna Lake. I'm gonna flash this one more time on the screen. Go send her a friend request and message her about in-depth readings for yourself. Also, she is appearing a lot on Brandon Crotty's channel on Facebook at Fun Uniform. Go drop a follow over there and for live investigations. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'd like to thank all of you who watched, who liked and shared. And I want to thank you, Leanna, for coming on. This is this may be the top episode. I mean, I've said that before.
We
but
keep getting better. We keep getting
they
better.
keep getting better, and you are definitely at the top, Leanna. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Have a great night, Jason. Have a good night, Kathy. Jesus.
Love you.
Stash, Carlos, Matthew,
Kathy.
Lucy.
Mickey was in there, and Julie, was
Julie with all the
Shout out
J's
to
in the chat.
The J's.
Hell yeah!
I don't know
There
how
you
to do
go.
it
Oh,
on the
yeah.
internet.
His mom was on. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yes, and
It was
Panatra,
an amazing experience.
Kat,
I really enjoyed it a lot.
yes,
It was
Carlos, D-Wag, everybody. Thank you all so much. I'd love to see you all again next week. Oh shit, Joshua just came in here. What's going on, Joshua?
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, check out the replay, man. I appreciate it. We're just about to wrap up, but I appreciate you stopping by and showing some support, man. I really do. Thank you. Here, let me see if I missed anybody. Thank you for the like, by the way, Joshua. We got Norman. Thank you for the like. Dristle. Thank you, Vince. Jenny Sands. Who else? Sarah. Thank you for the heart. Man, Melissa. Dorel, thank you for the emotes. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, thank you all so much. We will see you again next week. You can catch me personally Friday night and Sunday night for some Sweats plays or a music stream. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, this has been episode number 18 of the Sweats and Steve Show. Have a wonderful night. We will see you later. And as always, bye, guys.